Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr. It's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I'm just checking in on you. Woo! What's going on? How are ya? Oh, how is it going in your world? It's fucking December. You getting out there? You're shopping? You're doing it online? You're scrolling? You're picking out shit. You're trying to figure out the European to American conversion size. Is that what it is? Why the fuck do we do everything different? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me, man. Like, why don't you just fucking stop trying to be different? I remember when I was a kid, they tried to get us into the metric system. They were going to do this thing where, like, we finally just joined the rest of the world. You know, a meter is a little more than a yard. And I remember this whole thing that they were going to try and get us to just fucking for once stop thinking about ourselves and just get on board with the rest of the world. And America universally was like, well, what are we going to do next? Start liking soccer? And we did. How do you do that? There would be like a generation, like a measurement generation gap. You'd ask your kid how much they weigh, and you wouldn't know what they were talking about. You wouldn't know how tall they were. You didn't know how far away they were. These are like major things. You can't undo these things unless the whole thing collapses. And then we install a dictator. And then, like, if your life is on the line, I think then you can make changes like, all right, I'll go from whatever. What is our system called? To the metric system. You know, and I'll start liking your sports and I'll sing the fucking song about you. You know what I have noticed about countries I've gone to where there's dictators is they have their picture up everywhere. They're sort of like the Instagram like influencers of their country. And what's weird is they never look happy. They look very stern. Like the vibe, when you're in a country that's ruled by one person, the vibe is dad's home. That's the vibe. Dad's home. Dad's not going to like what you're doing. Dad's coming up the fucking driveway. And you will all act accordingly. And then the dad knows he's being a douche. And that eventually his family is going to get fed up with it. And they're going to tell him to hit the bricks in one form or another. You know? So I guess we didn't want to do that over here, so we just stayed with the fuck is that? I can't remember what our system is called. I do know the other day I had to get a screw. What do you got, a fucking screw loose, dude? I had to get a screw. Something fell off my garage. The little decorative piece that they have, you know, that little arrow thing that they have on the side of garage doors. I don't know why. I opened the garage door and it just fell off. You know, like it just couldn't do it anymore. It just fell in the driveway, and I could only find 2 of the 4 screws that I needed. So I went down to the hardware store. Hang on a second, honey. I'm going to the fucking hardware store. So I go down there, and I can't tell if this thing is metric. Standard! For all you fucking people out there that have been yelling, I couldn't tell if it was metric or standard. So I had to go through them all until I figured out what it was. I still don't remember. And then I had to get some light bulbs and shit, and I found out that there's certain light bulbs that they have an app on them, which means is this a smart light? Is the light listening to the conversation so it can, like, you know, it's waiting for me to talk about the lights? Like, wow, it seems bright in here. And they're like, ooh, 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 that's our cue. And then everything else you said is recorded and sent to the mother computer to figure out how to sell you more shit. Is that what's going on? I want to ask you a fucking question. How do we keep allowing these infringements on our privacy while my people, whitey, we keep buying clothes that say like freedom ain't free and all of this, but we're doing nothing. to stop these corporations. These guys, they are the big bad wolf. And they keep telling you that it's everybody else. And we keep believing them. Hey, abusive person, who's the one abusing me? Oh, those people over there. Thank you. And then there we go. Off we go to go fucking fight some other people when it's really fucking you. Ba-doop, be-deep. Sorry. Oh, Billy Freckles. Billy Freckles is having breakthroughs in therapy, man. I'm finally getting rid of all of this anger. Like, after all of these years of doing, like, surface work, I'm actually finally getting to the core of it. And I really figured out that, you know, I guess they say you carry memories in your chest. You carry anger, resentment, hurt, and pain. I do anyway, in my gut. And I feel like it all is getting untwisted. And I have tried everything to get rid of this fucking temper of mine, and I think I finally found the thing. And it's, you know, is what people always told me, and I just didn't listen. Is you got to cry it out of you, and that's like an emotion that is denied to men. It's denied to women too. In general, it's just considered like you're not allowed to do it. You got to go do it in private. Go close the door. It's something to be shameful of. It's really bad. Because I am finding that, like, I found, like, anger, you can't fucking move forward. You're just stuck in this place. But if you cry, it's literally, that is like the mushrooms of emotions. And you feel better afterward. And you don't want to abuse yourself. You don't want to fucking do drugs or drink or eat something bad or just punish yourself anymore. You stop hating yourself. You stop seeing yourself as the way the people abusing you did and made you feel, and you can kind of come out of all of that. It's really cool, and I actually got to that place through my last acting gig because all these weird emotions were coming out that had nothing to do with the scene that I was doing when I was rehearsing it, and I kind of figured out that when I act, I open the door up to all these emotions that I don't allow myself to feel, so then a lot of misdirected shit comes out. So this time after my acting gig, I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave that door open and see what happens. And it was a fucking game changer, to say the least. Just the fact that I could even tell you guys this without getting emotional. Yeah, like I wouldn't have been able to do that like 2-3 weeks ago. It's fucked. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy how long it took me to just do that. And as always, it's just, you think it's a mountain and you're just stepping up onto like a curb, I would say. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk football. So my Patriots kicked the shit out of the Giants. And then a friend of mine texted me saying, wow, the Patriots are for real. And I'm like, okay, well, not for nothing. You guys have an interim coach and you have a really young quarterback who hasn't learned to get rid of the ball. You know, so he's taking a lot of hits he doesn't need to be taking. And I don't know, we'll see. But I'm starting to believe it. I think we got as good a chance as anybody to go pretty far in the playoffs. We shall see. I mean, I don't know. It's such a crazy year. I saw like the first quarter. I got to watch the rest of the game, but then I went and I had like this massage / fucking breath thing that I did that just fucking blew my mind. It was like a fucking acid trip. This woman that was doing it, she's pushing on my back going, all right, this is your liver. This is where you store up all your anger. Don't be afraid of the noises you make. And I just fucking went with it. And, dude, it was like a psychedelic trip that I took. I remember I went back to this town I grew up in when I was really young. And I thought I didn't remember a lot of it because I was so young. And it turned I blocked out a lot of it. And I was like, I was taking a car ride through this fucking town. And I remembered the names of friends I had, street names, all of this stuff. And it was almost like I could feel the wind on my face as I was driving down the street in the car. It was fucking wild. It was the most like peyote experience I've ever had, and I wasn't on any drugs. It's really Sorry, this podcast is fucking weird, but been sitting on this shit for 50 years. So to finally have it out of me, or starting to come out, or having a way out, I remember watching this thing. This guy was telling this story about deep sea cave diving and how easily you can get fucking lost. And watching it now, I kind of feel like this is almost like trauma. Like if you get lost, like trying to find a fucking way out, it takes you your whole goddamn life. It's nuts. Sorry, dude. I know I'm supposed to be fucking making you laugh here. Jesus Christ. Am I going to bomb tomorrow night? Was it? Yeah, tomorrow night in Bakersfield? I'm not. But my act right now is really weird. My act, like 3/4 of it is the guy before these experiences, and then the last quarter of it is shit I've written since then. So it's going to be a little physical graffiti. It's kind of be like a double album. Or like, remember when the Black Crowes would do like an electric and then an acoustic set? It's kind of it's gonna be weird. So anyway, still been doing the drum thing. Trying to, just doing that exercise to free myself up, which has been amazing. And somebody sent me a video today of somebody like counting off a song and playing it, jamming with these guys, thinking that he knew it. And he got like halfway through the first verse and realized, oh, this is a different song. I don't know this song. So he was just looking at his bass player, and he was giving him where like the hits were. And he sort of he was like writing notes on the screen saying like, I have no idea what I'm doing here. But he was such a fucking accomplished drummer that it still sounded great. But then the coolest thing, he said, I'm smiling here on purpose because I've learned to like smile during these difficult things, kind of freeze up your brain or whatever. So you don't make, you don't get between your ears like, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't do this shit. It's just like, well, it's in 4. I'm playing 4. So snare 2/4. I'm going to keep doing this. And when he nods, I'm hitting a fucking cymbal. And the kid fucking wrote it out. Was such a fucking cool video. I was smiling ear to ear watching it because as a comedian, I know that feeling as far as like you start to go into a joke and halfway through it, you're like, I don't even remember where this joke goes. And then you just stop thinking and it just kind of comes out of your mouth and it works. And you kind of like, but if you don't give into like that fucking panic, I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I know this is a little fucking hippy dippy, but I'm really happy that I finally fucking got there. So any of you other angry people out there who've been listening to me and you liked me because I was angry and shit and you could relate, just know, there is a fucking way out. It takes forever, or I shouldn't say that. It took me for fucking ever. But I got a fun afternoon coming up. I'm going to go ride some motorcycles with my buddy Dean Del Rey. And the people at Indian Motorcycles were nice enough to loan us this beautiful fucking bike. Oh my God, is it gorgeous. It's the Indian Scout RT. It's sort of a sleeker bagger as opposed to their big, that Chieftain, I think, is their big bike. So we're going to take a ride through the canyons today. And that's another great thing for your mental health. I find anyways, like when I'm riding a motorcycle, like I'm not thinking anything about riding the motorcycle and not wiping out. Hence, I'm really like present and fucking locked in. So I'm really thankful for that. And speaking of which, he's coming to pick me up here in a few minutes. So maybe the last half, I'll tell you about that ride or whatever. All right. And through the magic of editing, as I always say, I'll be back in about fucking 2 seconds. All right. And I am back. Oh, Billy's back. He's back again. Billy's back again. Had a great time. Went for a nice, 50-mile ride through the canyons with Dean Del Rey. Dean riding that Indian, was it RT Sport Scout that the people in Indian Motorcycles were nice enough to loan me. And he absolutely loved it. I got to tell you, man, that is a fucking gorgeous bike. It's like this matte red, but it's a darker red, not a maroon. I don't know, it's like reddish black. And just the way the sun hits it, and then everything else on it is like, pretty much black, the engine and everything. And it's fucking gorgeous. And there's no need to even change out the pipes. They just sound amazing. But we went for a ride, and I rode the Road Glide, and I was psyched. I rode good. Dean was like, "Dude, you're ready to do like a cross country, man. You're like." It was funny. I thought it was because he thought I was going through the canyons easily, but it was, he said, "No, when you were riding slow and doing turns and stuff, just the way you handled it, it was good." Because that's the scary thing. That bike's a big bike, so it's really like tempting to like get nervous or try to put your foot down or something like that, rather than controlling it with gyroscopic precession, which I learned back in ground school way back in the day. So anyway, yeah, and we like to go during the week because on the weekends, all the young kids, I give way to the young kids, all those Fast and Furious kids, Tokyo Drift kids, those, ones making the Instagram videos. I'm not trying to do that. Oh, Billy Fun Day. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not doing wheelies and fucking all this shit. I love seeing kids do that stuff, but I am an old man, and I will act accordingly. My days of showing off are over. So we just went on this incredible ride, and there's this one, my favorite turn is like literally a hairpin turn, 180. Obviously there and back, but on the way there, it's tighter. It's as opposed on the outside coming back. But I just absolutely love, I love that fucking Harley, man. Just the way it's just like driving a big car, just gliding down the fucking road. Literally, the Road Glide. Can't say enough about it. And, and we're just up there. There's no cars. There's no nothing. I will say what's funny is this guy, literally had a delivery bike, went flying by us on this motorcycle, and I don't even think it was like a twin. It looks like he rode the canyon every day, and he went by us like nothing, and then I saw him snaking through the canyon for like maybe another like 2 minutes, and then he was just fucking gone. It was hilarious. And I also like the younger me would have tried to keep up with them. But you get to be an old man, you're like, yeah, go ahead, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm out here. I'm going at my own pace. And one of my favorite parts of the ride is when you're about 20 minutes in or something, you come around this turn, and there's just randomly a couple of houses, and there's these trees where the branches go over the road, and it's kind of flat and a straightaway for half a second. And every time I go through there, I feel like I'm in the beginning of a movie, where you come to some small town, to get fuel or something, and then a bunch of crazy shit happens. Like, that was so many movies when I was growing up. It was always like some badass dude comes to town, doesn't want any trouble. The locals fuck with him. The hot girl of the head local douche gives him the eyes, and then you were just off. Or there was some corrupt cop pulling people over. Like Martin Sheen had a great made-for-TV movie where this cop was pushing people off the cliff with his car. And then Martin Sheen comes to town, and he meets his match. Another great one. Underrated. A lot of those Martin Sheen made-for-TV movies were fantastic. So anyway, we went up and had a good time, just cleared my fucking brain. And here we are the next day, and I'm finishing up the podcast, and I'm having another good day here. And speaking of good days, we got to get into the advertisement here. The little ad reads. What do we go? Oh, geez, look who it is, everybody. Oh, it's old Simply Safe. Simply Safe. You know, if you could stop somebody from breaking in before they got inside, hey, mister, why wouldn't you? Most old school systems go off after somebody's already in your place. You know, that's too late. Yeah, they'll run in, they'll grab some shit, and they run out like Mr. Pink. You know, the alarm goes off, you got 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes before anybody shows up, and they are all just there. They're all there, ready, loaded for bed. That's my favorite part when he talks about that. They're just all fucking there. We got a rat in the house. Simply Safe is different. It's proactive with a double layer of defense that stops crimes before they start. First, AI-powered cameras spot potential threats outside, then live agents step in, talking to the person through the camera, letting them know they're on video, and police will be dispatched if they don't leave. Oh, they actually give them a chance? Tell you, I'm going to count to 3, mister. That's like modern day parenting. I always love that when I see parents like looking at their kid and they start like counting. It's like, there's no counting. Okay. I'm paying for everything and I'm twice your height. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Counting. You don't negotiate. All right. They can even trigger a loud siren or spotlight. That's how you help stop a crime before it starts. There are no long-term contracts or any hidden fees. You can cancel anytime. Named Best Home Security System by U.S. News and World Report for 5 years running. 60-day money-back guarantee so you can try it and see the difference for yourself. This month, only take 50% off any news. How do you try it out? Do you have your friend pretend to break into your house? It's okay, Simply Safe. He's just joking. We just wanted to see if you were going to do what you said you were going to do in the ad, and you did it. I will keep my system. This month only, take 50% off any new system. This is one of the best prices you will ever see for Simply Safe. Don't miss it. Hit simplysafe.com/Burr. Again, that's simplysafe.com/Burr. simplysafe.com/Burr. There's no safe like Simply Safe. All right, look, everybody, it's Helix. The Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections. The Helix Plus, a mattress designed for big and tall sleepers. Helix Kids mattresses designed for growing bodies, endorsed by child sleep experts. Take the Helix Sleep Quiz and find your perfect mattress in under 2 minutes. Helix knows there's no better way to test out a new mattress than by sleeping on it in your new home and doing other things. That's why they offer a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty to try out your new Helix mattress. If you can't figure out this is the mattress you want to sleep, watch TV on after 100 nights, I don't know what to tell you. Models with memory foam layers to provide optimal pressure relief if you sleep on your side, plus enhanced cooling features to keep you from overheating at night. Go to helixsleep.com/Burr for 20% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/Burr. All right, there you go. And with that, oh, Billy Redface, I got a road gig, man. I'm going to Bakersfield tomorrow night. Very excited. Going to be up there with Dean Del Rey, Ambria Allen, myself. Always great crowds up there. Always really appreciative of us. We get to go through the Grapevine, driving on the way up there. And I don't know. Whenever I go up that way, I always think about that movie and that horrible story, the Onion Field murders. I always think about that. That was, 60 years ago almost, if not 60 years ago. That was 2 cops pulled over this, 1 or 2 guys or something like that. The guy got out of the car. He had a gun, put it up to the one cop, told the other cop to give up his gun, and he did. And then he kidnapped both of them and drove them up to an onion field in Bakersfield. This is a really dark story. And he asked one of the cops if he was familiar with the Lindbergh laws. And after the Charles Lindbergh baby got kidnapped, it was automatic death penalty if you kidnapped somebody and you crossed state borders. And this guy thought because he left L.A. and went to Bakersfield, left a city line, he thought that that was in effect. He actually wasn't educated on the law. So what he was saying is, I'm going to get the death penalty for bringing you from L.A. to Bakersfield. So he killed the first cop, and then the other cop ran away, and he couldn't, it was dark, shot, missed. The guy ended up escaping, identified the two. They went to jail for the rest of their lives. And then the other cop who survived had like survivor's guilt. The other cops gave him shit for giving up his gun. But what they learned in that case, the cops learned, was to never give up your gun. It was a landmark case. And there's actually a portion of the 101 highway that is dedicated to that officer that lost his life. That's what I think when I go up there. And I also think when I go up to up to 5, is the L.A. River enters L.A. The fake L.A. River. There's like a waterfall where it gets pumped up, those locks, and then comes down. And we used that shot when we did Old Dads. And the reason for that was that our movie took place in Los Angeles, but we wanted to show people that it was taking place in the Valley. So that was what we did. Like, we did that establishing shot where we came up over the Hollywood Hills to show the valley. We had the water come in and all of that. And the idea, the inspiration for that idea, because we were like, how do we let people know, because people's idea of LA is, it's, this woke liberal entertainment city. And they don't understand that that is such a small part of the city. That there's super conservative, there's all, there's just, you have to really look at this city. There's all south of the 10, there's East LA, there's all the way out to like the Inland Empire, which I don't think that part is actually part of Los Angeles, but like Burbank is like super conservative. There's all kinds of gun stores on Magnolia Boulevard. Great gun stores, by the way. Anything you want, you can get there, and people don't realize it. And that's why we put all that stuff in the beginning of it. And the inspiration for that was this great movie with Stacy Keach and Jeff Bridges called Fat City. And I believe they shot it in Stockton, California. And the way that movie starts off is they do like what today would be done with a drone. I think they probably did it with a helicopter or a plane. They just flew over the city, and you got a look at what you could see was once this thriving city, and now was sort of in the throes of that Rust Belt stuff when all the robber barons got sick of paying factory workers a fair wage. They just didn't want to do it. And they were sick of unions forcing them to do it. And they just basically said, okay, you can have your union, you can have the factory, we're going to leave. And then they took everything outside of the country, and they went back to the wages, percentage-wise that they paid in the, 1800s right through the early 1900s when people started to unionize and lost their lives fighting these people. They've never wanted to pay anybody. And all of that shit, is like wildly out of control right now. And that's why they're focusing on immigrants and, Mexicans and Chinese people and all of this shit that they're trying to distract you with. Because what it is if you really look at history, is they have never wanted to pay. The guy that runs the company has, if they could pay you nothing, if they could get away with that, they would. They don't care. And that's why I think they're going into like robotics and AI and all of that, because they want to phase out other people and keep all of the money for themselves. You see them with all of this shit. Oh, the business is shrinking. The business is shrinking. It's shrinking into 5 people's pockets, and they just don't want to pay people. And they, have been able to get away with this by bribing politicians and then controlling the narrative and getting all of us to argue with one another. It's really fascinating. They've been doing this shit forever, and it fucking works. It really fucking works. Like how divided this country is. It's unbelievable. It's like working class people yelling at working class people and then blaming super poor people. It's fucking bananas. Anyway, so that is the podcast, everybody. I'm really looking forward to doing Bakersfield. I did a bunch of spots this week and shaking the rust off. And yeah, I got the physical graffiti fucking... I don't know why I keep saying physical graffiti. It's not like Led Zeppelin was two different types of bands there. I just feel like I'm using the wrong reference. Like my act right now, it's like is me before I've had these breakthroughs, most of my act, and then there's the post, whatever the fuck I am right now. So we'll see how this works out, but I'm looking forward to it. Once again, thank you to everybody that is coming out to my show in Bakersfield. Me, Dean, and Ambria are going to be bringing it. So that's it. That is the podcast. We have a bonus episode of the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. Have a great weekend, you cunts.
Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday morning podcast for Monday, December 4th. 2017. Yeah, there we go. I just realized I just gave Dean Del Rey a check and I wrote December 5th on it. I thought tomorrow was December 5th. Well, it is by the time you hear this, but I did this Sunday night. Fuck. I gotta tell them not to deposit the check. Well, he can still deposit it, right? And then they don't fucking... Whatever. Dean Del Rey opened for me this weekend. Holy shit, we got the levels up too high here. They're too high. I can't hear myself thinking here. For God's sakes, could you just shut it down, please? Thank you. Dude, I'm fucking sitting there. What? Dude, I'm sitting there minding my own business in my house. My fucking house. Fuck you, bankers. It's mine now until I die, and then you get it back, don't you cunts? They just sit there waiting. If you ever pay off your house, look out your window. There'll be a banker sitting out there like a goddamn vulture waiting for you to fucking look at him. Look at him eating bacon. I guess bacon's good for you now. I don't know what the fuck's. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I wonder what room I'm going to die in this house. You ever think about that? When you just get the house, like, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm staying here, right? And then once you make that decision, you're like, well, then I'm going to fucking die in here. What room is it going to be? I think a lot of people die at breakfast nooks. You know, just sitting down, having some toast, reading the morning paper. That wouldn't be a bad way to go. Just go face down into like fucking half piece of grapefruit. Honey? What room would you want to die in? You don't want to do it in the shower, right? That's fucking awful. Then you're all waterlogged. You know, bang your head on the fucking... A lot of people die in the shower. They slip and fall. You know? And they can't get up, right? And that's why they came out with that fucking... that thing there for all the old people. But what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of them fall in the fucking shower and then they go to use their little I've fallen and I can't get up thing and then they get electrocuted. I don't think that happens, but I would be worried about that. I'm trying to drag my old pruned ass out of the fucking tub. Oh my God. That's got to be the worst. When you get so old you're afraid to take a shower. You got to bring like a fucking lazy boy in there. Oh shit, I'm sorry. That just fucking struck me as funny. You just got a giant lazy, you got a recliner in your shower. Somehow it's waterproof. I don't know. The fuck. Yeah, I love that flashlight that just came out that runs on water. I mean, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing in the Middle East? Jesus Christ, just put that in a fucking car. Stick 20 of those flashlights in the car. I'll drive slower. Let's just get out of there already, all right? The fuck we think we're doing? You know what fuck the Middle East is like? Middle East is like you're a civilian and you get in the middle of like a domestic violence fucking incident, you know, and you try to break it up. You know, and the second you go to break it up, the woman starts beating on you. Get off my abusive husband. That's what it's like over there. Just fucking get those water flashlights. This is what you do. You get those water flashlights and you put them into fucking scooters. Then everybody has to ride a scooter, whether you're fat or old or whatever. You got to ride one, and cars are illegal. All right? The amount of people wiping out and dying, right? frees up the fucking traffic. We're not using as much oil, and then they go bankrupt over there. How about that? There, did I solve the Middle Eastern? I'm gonna do that every week. Every week I'm gonna have a new fucking solution for the Middle East. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Can you imagine just having a giant fucking recliner? You know, and then you have like that little grabby thing, and you just turn on the fucking water. One of those grabby things, you know, you pull the handle, and then you got like the fucking grocers. They always grab like a can of soup or some shit. What do you want? Beef or broccoli? Whatever. And they go up there and they fucking yank it down. I don't know. That doesn't happen anymore. There's no regular person running a fucking grocery store anymore, is there? Grocery stores are fucking weird, man. They're kind of like the food version of a casino. Like you just feel like there's somebody up in the ceiling watching you behind like a two-way mirror when you go in there. There's really nothing stopping. I remember one time I walked to this grocery store with Patrice, and we acted like fucking children. He got me going. Like, he was so fucking silly. I remember one time he just goes, we were going, he was staying at my apartment for pilot season. Both of us creeps trying to get on must-see TV. Yeah, how do you think that worked out? So, we were in, like, Ralph's or some shit, and he just kept going, hey, Bill, you want some of these? And when he would go to point at it, he'd have his hand way too close to the bag, and it was like bread or something. He goes, Bill, you need some of this? And he would just push his finger into like fucking 3 slices of bread through the wrapper. And he just started doing that around the grocery store, and I was fucking crying, laughing. He did it to cookies. He was doing it to fruit, and these giant fucking fingers. Hey, Bill, you want one of these? And he just like all the way through the fucking thing. And I'm immature as fuck, and it was just making me fucking cry, laugh, and he's a comedian, so he just kept doing it, and I was trying to do it. I couldn't even, my fingers weren't, I don't know. I was laughing too hard. I couldn't fucking do it as good as him. Anyways. Jesus, I hadn't thought about that for fucking ever. And I want to apologize. Maybe it wasn't Ralph's. Where the fuck were we? I always hated Ralph's. You know? It's just a fucking pain in the ass. The one that was down the street. I used to live off of Sunset, and there was a Ralph's. It used to be called Rock and Roll Ralph's. Everything was Rock and Roll Denny's, Rock and Roll Ralph's. That was back, like, leftover from the hair metal shit. You know, the Rock and Roll Hyatt right next to fucking the Comedy Store. John Bonham used to ride motorcycles or some shit into the fucking thing. I don't know what. I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't even know where we were at. Jesus Christ, I haven't thought of that in forever. What the fuck was I talking about? I was talking about being an old man with a recliner and a goddamn shower. Whatever. That moment's come and gone. That's what happens on the podcast. I just fucking talk, and whatever happens, it happens. By the way, I would like to thank everybody that came out to Albuquerque, New Mexico. I had a great fucking time at Route 66 Casino. That's the second time I played there. I fucking loved that place. The crowd was awesome. And then last night I played in Tucson, Arizona. Another great time. Just fucking great people. Great parts of the country. Fun fucking crowds. And I got to tell you, I'm acting like a fucking idiot on stage. Like, I think it's my reaction to this weird fog that is starting to slowly rolling in over the last 5 years on stand-up comedy, where all of a sudden I sit there on stage, and sometimes I think after I say something like, did somebody record that? Am I going to get into trouble? I never thought that the first fucking 20 years of my career. In the last 5 years, it just keeps creeping into my head. And in order to beat it down, I don't know. I think I'm going a little harder. There's got to be some sort of pushback on this fucking vibe that's out there, that everything is so goddamn serious now. Jesus fucking Christ. A couple guys want to be women. A couple guys take their dicks out at work, and then all of a sudden everybody's got to, how did he mean that joke? Is that a joke, or is that legislation for a new law? Like, this whole fucking vibe that's out there. It's really weird. And fucking young people are acting like old people, you know? And I think that's because they're on social media and all that shit, and they're just watching this stuff 24/7. It's like fucking, I don't know. It's fucking up their brains. I mean, come on, millennials. You got to do something you're supposed to make me uncomfortable. That isn't music. Christ, what are they doing? You know? I guess they have that new documentary, Meth Town, on fucking HBO. Dean Del Rey told me to watch that. I can't fucking watch that shit. I'm not going to watch a bunch of toothless fucking people. Those goddamn people, I swear to God, they look like they're from the 1800s. That's how bad they fuck their faces up with that meth shit. I'll tell you, once you lose your fucking teeth, you look like you're 80. I don't care how old you are. You could take one of those gorgeous Victoria's Secret models. If they don't have any fucking teeth and they didn't get a partial or a fucking implant or whatever the fuck you call them, dentures or some shit, if you just walk around toothless, you immediately look like Homer Simpson's fucking that guy that falls asleep. His dad? Is it his dad? Their grandfather, right? I don't know. Yeah, so I had that on. I was talking to someone on the phone, and Dean kept telling me, he goes, you got to see it, dude. You got to see it. And even Dean said, man, I fucking shut this thing off like 3 times. He goes, it's fucking brutal. So I just had the sound down, and I was watching all these toothless fucking people with these crazed looks on their faces. And I was on the phone, and at one point I just saw somebody kicking dog shit, like piles of dog shit, different piles all around the house, like hoarding dog shit out of the way in this person's house with newspaper all over it and stuff. And that's when I turned the channel. I don't know about you guys, but I drew the line at the dog shit. There's a few things that make me turn the channel. Okay, drug addicts with dog shit in their house, and strong female characters make me turn the channel. And not because I have anything against a strong female character. It's just that they don't develop them. I think everybody in Hollywood is so afraid of getting yelled at by these women's groups that they just throw in these strong female characters, but they don't make a 3-dimensional character. They just have a woman yelling at guys and grabbing them by their fucking lapels of their suit and throwing them over couches and shit. It's like they took like leftover Steven Seagal shit and they're like, well, give it to the woman here. See, she's strong. All of a sudden, every fucking show, hey, fuck you with your dick and balls. Just like, who is this fucking person? This guy outweighs her by like a fucking 100 pounds. What am I watching? I watched that recently. I'm not even going to say the fucking show, but I'm watching this guy. This guy's like 40 fucking years old. He's talking to a 19-year-old redneck woman who lives next to a fucking lake in the middle of Arkansas, and she's having a battle of wits with them, and she's winning. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. The fuck? What kind of a fucking 19-year-old can beat a fucking 50-year-old guy in a battle of wits? Unless they're talking about fucking Nintendo, whatever the fucking kids play. Nintendo, sorry, whatever you guys play. I'm not a gamer. All right, I used to be a booze hound. I'm still not drinking. The fuck is it? It's what am I? 100 and something days in at this point. It's 105. Today's 3 days in. That's 108. Be 109 by the time you listen to this thing. But I got to tell you, I'm getting weak. Oh, the holidays are rolling in. I think I'll be good through December, but I'm going to the fucking Rose Bowl again this year. This is my 10th Rose Bowl. All right? It's the 10th anniversary for me and Joe Bartnick, the originals. The original fucking drunk maniacs at that game. And what's so fucking awesome now about the college football playoff is that every 3 years now, the Rose Bowl is a playoff game. Last time it was Florida State and Oregon, I believe. Jameson Winston and the guy from fucking the Tennessee Titans. I can't remember his name. Mariota. Who's that the coach? I don't know what the fuck. The guy from Oregon. He's great, right? And this year, it's going to be the Oklahoma Sooners versus the fucking, who else got in? Let's see, it's Clemson versus Alabama, and then we got the fucking Oklahoma is playing who? Nobody in the Big Ten got in. TCU got their fucking asses kicked. Whenever I watch TCU, they win. Can't believe I fucking missed that. Who the fuck is Oklahoma playing? Wasn't Wisconsin. Clemson is Alabama. I got to hit pause here. This is going to... No, fuck that. You guys can listen how dumb I am. I know this. USC didn't get in. It's got to be a conference fucking champion. Miami lost to Clemson. Auburn didn't get in. Who the fuck is it? I got to hit pause. I don't know who the fuck it is. I'm an asshole. Georgia. I actually didn't look it up. I just sat there and I fucking started thinking, like, who the fuck else is in there? Miami, Central Florida, Florida State, South Carolina, Gators, Georgia. That's how I did it. Started down. I always start down in Miami and I fucking work my way up. Them Georgia Bulldogs. And I know there's a lot of people were upset. A lot of people were upset that it's such a flawed fucking system. I know Jay Lawhead was telling me that fucking Alabama didn't play anybody. He's like, they didn't fucking play anybody. And then I'm thinking, like, well, the Big Ten wasn't as fucking, Wisconsin being undefeated is amazing until you fucking look at the western side of the fucking Big Ten. Nebraska stinks. Illinois was pathetic. Indiana stinks. Minnesota stinks. Northwestern was decent. They were 7-2, but I mean, they won their last 7 games, but they played nobody. And I was sitting there going like, so I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? It's like you guys lost to fucking Iowa. Iowa was halfway decent. Penn State was overrated. What the fuck are you talking about? So you know what I did? I actually listened to Jay Lawhead, and I looked up the fucking Alabama Crimson Tide's fucking schedule, and I gotta tell you, I think I could have got them 5 fucking wins. Jay Lawhead, I owe an apology to. This is who they played. Florida State, who stinks. Then they played Colorado State. I don't even know what those fucking people should be selling insurance out there. Get rid of that football team. Mississippi, they stink this year. Arkansas stunk this year. LSU, they came on late, but they stink. I love them. Mercer, is that a women's college? I don't even know who the fuck that is. Fresno State, I went to that game. Fresno State, I'd say they stink, but I've watched too many of those behind-the-scenes things about Fresno, kept up the cap years. I'm not going to say shit about Fresno. I'm just saying, they could have been a little better. Vanderbilt, they're too fucking smart to be good. Texas A&M, they stunk. Tennessee fucking stinks. Mississippi State was decent. Then they played Auburn, who was a good fucking team. And they lost. However, they did beat the shit out of people. They won 24-7, 41-23, 66-3, 41-9. They did beat the fuck out of people, 56-0 against the women's college, 41-10, 59-0 against Vanderbilt. No, they play a bunch of fucking architects. Nate Bargatze was starting at fucking punter. 27-19 against Texas A&M, 45-7. Hey, by the way, all those students that fucked that guy out of that fucking head coaching job at Tennessee, were those signs that they wrote, was that true? Because they really fucking, I don't know, man. I hope they did some research. This whole fucking trial by internet, I'll have to look that up, man, because that was like fucking, some of the shit that people wrote on signs. He was at Penn State. I don't know, during the whole time or part of the time when that Sandusky guy was there. But it's just like, I don't understand this. I love how one guy does some shit and then all of a sudden, like the most horrific fucking thing you could do, basically, and then all of a sudden everybody fucking knew and nobody said anything. Everybody. I'm not saying there weren't a few people like, oh, Jesus, we got to fucking protect the university. But just anybody who was there is automatically fucking guilty. Some of these fucking kids, man, this whole trial by fucking social media is a little out of control there. But anyways, I'm going off the rails here. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the fuck happens. I know Jay was upset that Ohio State didn't get in. You got to say, Ohio State had a tougher schedule than fucking Alabama. Easily had a tougher fucking schedule. But what about Auburn? What about Auburn, man? They beat Georgia when they were number 1. Then they beat Alabama. They beat 2 fucking number 1s. Then they had to go back and beat fucking Georgia again. They couldn't do it. You know what happened with that? The fucking Auburn's coach opened his big fat fucking mouth. We kicked the dog crap out of them, didn't we? We done kicked the dog crap out of them, didn't we? You know what I mean? I hope every fucking person who's in sports journalism, I hope they watch that. They see that fucking clip, and then you see the fucking Georgia Bulldogs showing up the next game with flames coming out of their fucking nostrils. You know, the next time you're going to sit there and trash Bill Belichick and say he's quote-unquote so boring in his press conferences, that's because the man is a genius. Bill Belichick is never going to be like, we kicked the dog crap out of them, didn't we? Hey, we don't kick the fucking dog crap out of them. Why the fuck would you say that? You know who says that? The kind of guy who wears a fucking golfing hat when he's coaching a football team. What a dumb fucking thing. That is the stupidest fucking thing you can do. Remember when the fucking Cowboys were fucking kicking the shit out of the Steelers in like Super Bowl 9 or 10, I don't know, about 40 years ago? You ever look at those highlights? And fucking Roy Jarella missed that field goal, and stupid-ass Cliff Harris got in his face, patted him on the fucking helmet, and then Lambert came over and just body-slammed Cliff Harris back when you could do that and there wasn't a fucking, you know, a bunch of fines and you had to go fucking sing a cappella to some fucking woman's group, whatever the fucking punishment is now, right? You could do that. That turned the tide of the game. Keep your fucking mouth shut until you're holding the championship trophy. And then you don't need to talk shit because you won it. You fucking, we don't kick the dog crap out of them. What happens? You play him a few weeks later, you get the old right there, Fred, don't you? So anyways, there was a lot of, I was 100% wrong. I thought Jay Lawhead was just being a fucking homer. He was absolutely fucking right. Alabama didn't play anybody, but they scored a lot of fucking points. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Now, if Alabama goes in and wins the whole fucking thing, then what does that do? I actually like how vague this is and how many arguments that it creates. Just the whole fuck, you know, and at the end of the day, you can't open this up to some giant fucking March Madness. The game is just simply too fucking violent. I love that it's 4 teams, and I love that people get left out. You know, the same way I love seeing a little kid crying because his mother wouldn't get him the toy that he wanted. That just warms my heart whenever I see that. I hate seeing little spoiled brats. It's like, yeah, fuck you. I gave you Cheerios this morning, didn't you? Didn't I? You know, meanwhile, I'm going to spoil the shit out of my daughter. I'm all over the map here. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So that's what I did all day on Friday and Saturday. I just watched fucking college football, other than when I was traveling, going out to, the fuck did I fly out to? Albuquerque, New Mexico. And you know what's funny? It was a 6-hour drive from Albuquerque to Tucson. I should have done that. I wasn't paying attention. I actually flew down, and rather than getting a direct flight, I had to connect through Phoenix. So it was the fight. I could have flown from L.A. to goddamn Columbus, Ohio. You know? And speaking of Buckeyes, right? And that the amount of time that took me. And the fucking person who flew us from Phoenix, from Albuquerque to Phoenix, okay? We're taxiing out to get to the... I don't know, on our way out to the runway, right? And the guy bangs a left and then quickly goes back to the right. And I was just like, whoa, what the fuck? And I was like, well, you know, maybe it was the tower. Maybe they said make a left on Bravo. Oh, no, I mean right. Sorry, right. Correction. Go right on Bravo, right? So I got this app where I can listen to the tower. So I put it on to try and listen to see if I could hear anything, which I couldn't. So we take off. Flight's great, flying, everything's fine, no fucking problems. We come in, landing was nice and everything. And then we're going in, we're taxiing in, we go in to get into the, where you park the plane, whatever the fuck you call that, the gate. And this fucking guy, he literally did a donut. He did a 360 with the airplane. He once again went left when he was supposed to go right, and we fucking did an entire maybe not an entire 360. I think he just missed the gate. I think he just drove by it. And then he couldn't go right into it because he would have hit the other plane, so he had to, because it was on the right hand side, he had to bang the left, and we literally he did like a fucking donut, and everybody's in the plane like, what the fuck are we doing? Guy had a bad day, he or she, whoever the fuck was up front. It was hilarious. Everybody was getting off the plane like, dude, what the fuck was that? the hell just happened there? Hey, you know what happens? You know, you drive down the street, sometimes you miss the Home Depot, and you're like, fuck, I got to go back around again. I don't feel like doing it legally, and you just fucking bang a Yui, right? Well, the same thing happens in aviation, evidently. Ever-fucking-dently, the same thing happens. Jesus, what the fuck is going on in Kansas City, by the way? They lost to the New York Jets. Jets are decent. Good Lord. This is why, you know, coaching in the NFL has got to be a bitch. Can you imagine Andy Reid after September starts the year? They fucking beat the dog. We beat the dog crap out of them fucking Patriots, right? Not really. They just dominated the fourth quarter and ran away with it at that point, right? Everybody's all excited. Holy shit. And all of a sudden, Tom Brady's fucking old. And the fucking water goes down the drain the different way. Black is white, white is black. You don't know what the fuck's going on. All the way through September. I bet he started to build an addition onto his fucking house. You know, getting ready to put that fucking trophy in there. And after these last 2 fucking months, the last 8 goddamn weeks, I would say that they've stopped the construction. He probably has a tarp over the top of it. I like Andy Reid. I hope they turn it around. I haven't been able to watch the game, but Jesus fucking Christ, they can't get a goddamn win. They cannot get a fucking win. So, I actually watched a bunch of football today, too, when I landed. I watched the Patriots versus the Bills. I thought that was going to be a lot closer game. I thought Tyrod Taylor was going to give us headaches, all right? Tyrod Taylor, I like that guy, but I'll tell you right now, he is no Russell Wilson. And after watching the fucking Seattle Seahawks tonight, I'm going to go out on a limb. I think I could block for Russell Wilson. I could just have a guy in about 8 seconds run around me and then just watch him fucking be like this modern-day Fran Tarkenton. That guy is fucking unbelievable. I don't even know how good Seattle's offensive line is. I don't even know if they're decent. All I know is at the end of every game, they should be fucking making it rain at Russell Wilson's locker. Because they're all going to get a big contract, because I guarantee you, he probably got sacked I don't know what, 3 times, 4 times less than he should have. The fucking Eagles were in the backfield. It was like every time he went back for the pass, the guy had to run like an extra 40 yards until somebody got open. They got him like, I don't know, like I felt like they got him maybe 2 or 3 times that game. Maybe. But Jesus Christ, is that guy fun to watch. And Seattle look really strong, man. I was actually kind of like rooting for the Eagles because, you know, I don't know what the Patriots are going to do. You never know when you're playing the AFC East. You know, that's our fucking schedule's like the Alabama Crimson Tide. You know, Dolphins stink, Bills stink, the Jets stink. This year they're all fucking average. You know what I mean? There's literally 6 wins right there. So I really don't know how good we are. But that was a huge game tonight. This really feels like a sports podcast. I did start off talking about fucking old people and lazy boys, right? Didn't I? And I also believe I solved the Middle Eastern crisis. I just watched a ton of fucking football. And, well, at this point, you got to be into football if you're still listening. So I'm not going to apologize. I should apologize like fucking 10 minutes ago. But, I don't know. Their defense looked fucking great. Richard Sherman isn't even in there. Can I ask you guys a fucking question about the Achilles tendon? Why do you rupture your Achilles tendon, but you tear your ACL? Why is that? Why don't you rupture your ACL and tear your fucking Achilles tendon? Why is that? Is it because your Achilles tendon goes up your back of your leg like a fucking window shade? Is that what it is? You know what? I'm actually going to look that up. I'm going to put this fucking urban myth. Is it an urban myth, Bill? No, it's not. It's I don't know. It's a fucking question I have. Why do you rupture? Oh, that's not going to come out right. Your Achilles. Okay, wait, no, because they'll be like, because you fucking didn't stretch. That's the wrong way to search. How about rupture versus tear Achilles? All right, let's see what we got here. What do we got here? Achilles tendon rupture is an injury that affects the back of your lower leg. Oh, is that where it is? Jesus Christ. It mainly occurs in people playing recreational sports. That means white guys playing pickup hoop. Every fucking white dude I know over the age of 40, 35, 40, who still plays hoops, every one of them gets the Kobe injury. But it can happen to anyone. That's why before you get out of bed, if you're a fucking old person, especially an old white guy, all right? I don't know the many black guys other than fucking Richard Sherman and Kobe Bryant. Like superstar black guys do it, right? But average white people just all the fucking time. I'm just making up shit here. Before you get out of bed in the morning, I'm telling you, if you run a little tight, okay? I'm telling you, I've said this before. You fucking take your toes, point them at your knees slowly, all right? And if you get a fucking Charlie horse in your fucking calves, immediately point your toes in the other direction and it'll release, okay? But if you don't, just point your fucking. Do it right now at your desk. What the fuck? You're not doing shit, right? But when you're sitting down, right? Don't do it. Wait till you're fucking laying down. Don't listen to me, but I'm still going to talk here, right? Point your toes at your knees, at your kneecaps. That's all you do. And you just do that for a good, 15, 20 seconds, right? Then you point them in the other direction at the fucking wall or whatever in front of you. All right? Your dog that's laying on the end of your bed. Okay? Then once you do that for 15 seconds, then you roll your fucking feet clockwise a couple times, then counterclockwise, then you get out of bed. Don't just lay there for fucking 8 hours sleeping with your goddamn apnea and then just pop out of bed and take that first step because you're gonna be fucked. Plantar fasciitis, all that bullshit. All right, let's continue. The Achilles tendon is a strong fibrous cord that connects the muscles in the back of your calf to your heel bone. If you overstretch your Achilles tendon, it can tear. Fuck. Wait a minute. I thought it was because you didn't tear/rupture completely or just partially. If your Achilles tendon ruptures, you might hear a pop followed by an immediate bitch-like scream that appears to come from your mouth area. Now, followed by an immediate sharp pain in the back of your ankle and lower leg that is likely to affect your ability to walk properly. Surgery is often performed to repair the rupture. For many people, however, non-surgical treatment works just as well. This is not answering my fucking question. Why do they say rupture for Achilles? I can't believe I know how to spell Achilles. That's how big a fucking Zeppelin fan I am. I spelled it wrong. Achilles tendon rupture surgery. What to do if you tear? You know what? I don't even give a fuck anymore. Somebody's got to be a goddamn doctor or a first responder who could fucking tell me what it means. All right, let me read a little advertising here for the week. Oh, zip. You know what's cool is in that Ken Burns the War, they had a North Vietnamese soldier. I swear to God, his first name was Boo. And he wrote a book about his experiences. And I got to read that fucking thing. It's always great to hear what the other side was thinking, you know what I mean? It humanizes them. When they're fucking scared, they miss their family, you know what I mean? That never works in sports. You go to somebody else's stadium, you're still like, I don't like these fucking cunts. All right, 38 fucking minutes in here. Did I talk about everything I wanted to talk about? Did I? Oh, you know what? I ordered this old modern drummer because it was right around the time John Bonham died, and they had this little John Bonham retrospective. I thought they were going to be a little more shocked that he was gone. They just kind of said, he's one of the great drummers of all time, and he has all his beats and all that shit, It's a really cool one. Like, what's his face is on the cover. Let me see who's on the. I don't even know who's on the cover. It's from so long ago. It's 1981. Hang on a second as I walk across the room to try and find it. It's oh shit! It's Peter Criss. And he's sitting. I swear to God, he is playing a Pearl drum kit with concert toms. For you novices out there, that means there's no bottom heads. If you ever watch Phil Collins, that's what he had, right? And or still has. He has a kick and a snare, and then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rack toms and 2 floor toms. So he has an 11-piece kit to play I Wanna Rock and Roll All Night. In party every day. 4 hours later, crash. That's what I like about these old that fucking kit is the shit. And then they got, like, back then, they had all of these, they got these fucking drum kits. Do you guys remember when they'd have on the bass drum, they'd have they'd mount 2 toms and then they'd have a third one there? When I opened this up, Ludwig, they've always had the inside front cover. This guy from REO Speedwagon, Alan Gratzer, he has 4 fucking toms. How the fuck could you even reach those ones up top? Unbelievable. Anyways, I love looking at this shit. You look at, like, the bass drum pedals that they had. This was like the 80s. This was like 15 years after John Bonham did Good Times, Bad Times. So I can't, I know he was like the Ludwig Speed King. Look at Peter Chris's kit. Fucking British Racing Green. He looks good, man. He looks good without the makeup back in 1981. Anyways, I don't know. I'm into that old shit. Sorry, I don't know why the fuck I brought that up. I just wanted to bore you guys to tears. All right, 41 minutes in. I can start reading it. God knows the way I fucking read. Does anybody know how you remember your iCloud password or your Instagram password? I just once I lose them, and then I can't, it's like I can't get into my own house. All right, girlfriend's friend's boyfriend demands an apology. Girlfriend's friend's boyfriend. All right, so you have a girlfriend who has a friend who has a boyfriend, and they want an apology from you. Dear Burbank, bad boy brain, Red Burr, whatever the fuck that means. Bill Burbank, that's going to be my fucking alias. I've got an interesting one for you. A little bit of context. I am 24 and 2 years out of school. I live with my girlfriend of almost 5 years. Roughly 2 years ago, on a sorority trip with my girlfriend, her friend, and her friend's boyfriend, I gave the girl one of those awkward side hugs after she went out for a beer run. No sexual intent whatsoever, just to thank you. Evidently, the boyfriend felt otherwise and flew into a rage shortly thereafter, insulting the girl and my girlfriend. I didn't learn about this until well after, and since I have no relationship with the guy, was content to let it be. Now, wait a minute. Did the guy see the side hug? All right. Wait, what the fuck happened? I gave the girl of one of those awkward side hugs after she went out for a beer run. No sexual intent. Whatever, just to thank you. Evidently, the boyfriend felt otherwise and flew into a rage shortly after. I guess he waited till you leave. Well, this guy's a pussy then. What are you worried about? If he was fucking there, would she call him up? He fucking touched the opposite side shoulder of mine. All right, flash forward 2 years later, the two of them have just gotten engaged. My girlfriend will be a bridesmaid, and learn from the other girl I will not be invited to the wedding unless I apologize to the boyfriend. Now go fuck yourself. Fuck this fucking pussy. Why doesn't he call you up? You can't come to my wedding unless you apologize to me. Why is this woman marrying this guy? 2 years later, he's still mad about a side hug? Jesus Christ, how possessive is this fucking maniac? I feel bad for the woman that's marrying this lunatic. All right, for inappropriately touching his girl. Well, dude, by the way, I'm just hearing your side of the story. You know, did you do one of those awkward side hugs and then as your hand came off her shoulder, it accidentally went across her ass? If it was just an awkward side hug, I say fuck this guy. Out of respect for my girlfriend, I'm tempted to apologize, but since an apology is a admission of guilt and I didn't do anything wrong, my pride is holding me back. You know what? Because you just said that, I actually believe in you. I actually believe you. I'm surprised that he's been too cowardly to approach me and is having to work through two people to get what he wants. What would you do? You know what I would do? I would go fucking find out what sports is playing in that area. Tell my girlfriend to have a good time at the fucking wedding. Love the podcast. Love the stand-up. Thanks. This is what I would say. I would just say I did nothing wrong, so I'm not apologizing. and tell that groom to be, congratulations on getting married, and at some point he might want to grow a dick if he wants to be the man of the house. Or get some fucking balls. Dude, fuck that guy. I would go to a fucking tractor pull before I would go to that fucking wedding. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what'd be fucking hilarious? Go to the wedding anyways, and then after they fucking exchange their goddamn vows, go up and give her a side hug. Yeah, dude, fuck that. Fuck that. I don't see in your letter that there's any pressure from your now girlfriend. You know. However, if you don't go, she might be like, what the fuck? They've been going out less than us and they're getting married. Where the fuck's my ring? You might have to go down that road. But I got to tell you, this might be a twofer. You've been dating this woman for 5 fucking years. You're not giving her a ring. So what the fuck? I say you dump your current girlfriend and tell that guy to go fuck himself. And, I dump everybody in this fucking story. Sorry, I'm a little grumpy. Don't listen to me. But I definitely wouldn't apologize to that guy, and I wouldn't go to the wedding. I mean, you're a guy. Who the fuck wants to go to a wedding? This is great. You got an out. All right, and just stay with that. I just can't do it because I feel it's an admission of guilt. And during this sensitive time, this climate, I'm worried that this, if I say I'm sorry, that then this will somehow go into my Instagram, which is tied to my Facebook and over to my Twitter, and I might not get a job. Just go that fucking route. Or you could just be a man and just say, I'm not apologizing to that guy. Fuck him. All right? And then your fucking girlfriend, you're not going to the wedding with me? I would love to go, but I'm not going under those circumstances. And I'll tell you right now, if you didn't do shit and the fucking bride wanted you to apologize and you didn't want to, I would back you. So I'm not going. If you want to go, you can go. If you're not going, get over here and blow me and let's go to the game. There you go. That's what you say. All right, boyfriend rides motocross. Dear Bill, I love all your work and your comedy. Thank you. You're so inspired. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, where I'd like your input. Here we go. I'm seriously dating someone who loves to ride and race motocross. That's fucking awesome. I bet this isn't the same woman from the last one. I bet this isn't the guy that's getting married. The motocross guy. This guy's fucking cool. This guy doesn't like a fucking side hug. He's just going to fucking punch you in the face with his motorcycle gloves still on, right? We've been together for over a year, so I'm starting to think about marriage and a family with this person because we're both 25. Well, that makes sense. He's awesome in every way, and the person I know I want to be with forever. Well, there you go. But he loves to ride and race motocross. It's not on the professional level. It's a hobby. Oh, sweetheart. You going to do this? You going to take away his fucking hobby? We had a talk recently where I asked him how long he wants to keep riding, and he said forever. I know someone who has 2 children whose husband had an accident riding a dirt bike. He's paralyzed and doesn't remember who his kids are. Well, Jesus Christ, there's people who get in cars. I mean, come on, man. What are you doing? Come on. I'll tell you right now, if this guy who you want to marry, if you want to make him fucking miserable. After explaining this to my boyfriend, he said, if something's going to happen to me, it will, whether I'm riding motocross or not. I'm not going to change what I love doing because of fear of what could happen. I got to tell you this. I understand why you love this guy. I'm starting to develop feelings for this guy. He's holding his ground. He's riding motorcycles. I mean, you're dating the fucking Marlboro man here. I think that's a selfish response when it involves your children. I hate to try and, well, you don't have any kids yet, all right? You said, I hate to try to convince him to stop something he loves doing so much, but I can't imagine being with someone who participates in an extreme sport as a hobby when I have children with him. Is it wrong of me to ask him to promise to stop when we have kids, or am I being controlling? Well, first of all, the fact that you asked that, you're a cool person, all right? If you're actually questioning your behavior. This is the thing. I think you're a little further ahead emotionally in this relationship than when he's at, where most women are. All right? And this is the thing. When you become a dad, you do change. All right? So that rather than fucking nag him about this shit, just let the guy ride. And if you get married, Okay? I'm telling you right now, when you get married and you have a fucking kid, this guy is going to be so fucking sleep deprived and so goddamn tired, he's not going to have time to ride. Okay? Though, as much as he used to, which will then make it safer because he's not riding as much. But I think there's a big thing. You can't, when you love somebody, you have to let them do what they love, unless it's heroin. Okay? Or being a pedophile. Obvious fucking things, all right? But if my wife, all of a sudden wanted to be one of those roller derby queens, as much as it would fucking destroy me watching her taking those bumps as they're elbowing them, as they're skating around, if she really loved doing it, I wouldn't tell her not to fucking do it. I really would be worried about concussions and shit like that. I would be. I'm not going to lie to you, but you got to let people do what they do. It sounds like you got a really cool guy that you're dating, by the way. So congratulations. And I think you're going to be a great mom because you're doing what a mom does. A mom's already looking way into the future, trying to figure out where the danger is and try to eliminate it. All right? So I think you're both lucky to have each other. Just fucking relax. Get yourself a goddamn glass of wine. Let the guy ride his bike. You guys get married someday. I'm telling you, when you get fucking knocked up and all of a sudden he's got to go to 7-Eleven, because you want beef jerky and a fucking, I don't know, and some goddamn ice cream, whatever your craving is. Believe me, I have had to make adjustments in my life. I think you'll be fine, but you definitely really, they always say a good man's hard to find. A good woman is also hard to find. And the fact that you're cool enough to actually be considering, am I being a douche here? I think you guys are going to be all right. All right, there you go. All right, neighbor invasion. Dear Billy Mango Tits. I don't know what that means. It's bizarre, and I like it. All right. I am an older lady who just moved into a sweet cottage in the boondocks last month. All right. I met my next-door neighbor before I moved in, and I liked her instantly, as she seemed warm and funny. As it turned out, she's a Kramer. In the first week, she came knocking on my door numerous times for social calls. Oh, no. And she will stay for long periods of time, even if I tell her I'm busy. And she won't sit down, so I feel like a captive audience to her monologues. I'm a solitary person, and I don't like people coming over unannounced unless it's an emergency. This ain't Little House. Little House on the Prairie. I have told her firmly on numerous occasions to fucking stop it. Oh, good for you. You're a strong person. I like it. And that I would appreciate her emailing me and waiting for a response or leaving a note if she wants to hang out. I'm not sure how much more clear I can be that I am uncomfortable with the situation, especially when I see her face in my kitchen window at night waving me down. It scares the shit out of me. Yeah, that made me uncomfortable. She's even knocked on my bathroom window when I didn't answer the door. I don't wish to be mean. Oh, no, you got to be mean. You have to be mean. Since I live next to her, I know she's lonely, and well, yeah, because she's a fucking lunatic. What kind of? Look what she's doing to you, and you don't even live with her. Can you imagine living with this woman? It should be like that thing in Alien that's on those fucking people's faces. I know she is lonely, and I'd like to be friends with her, but she just no comprendo. Love your podcast and advice, and thanks, you ginger moose knuckle, for not being a sex offender, because all my heroes are going down. Well, it's still early in this game. Someone could accuse me of something. God knows it doesn't matter what the fuck. I mean, I don't know. Nobody really innocent. Nobody who seemed innocent has fucking seemed to have been called out yet. There's a couple people who've been like, I've never met that woman in my life, and then it fucking goes away. So I think it's all right, right? It still makes you nervous as a guy going, Jesus Christ. This whole trial by social media is kind of scary over there. All right, let's stay with the topic here. I don't know what I would just be. Look, I can't tell you what to do. All I can tell you is what I would do. All right, I would do what you already did. And all right, you want to know what I would do? When she knocks on the door, I'd be like, "Get out of here." Fuck off. I would do that. And when she knocked on my window and scared the shit out of me, I'd be like, dude, are you out of your fucking mind? You're scaring the shit out of me. I want to be friends with you, but you suffocate me, you asshole. All right? Do you want to be friends with me? Yes or no? Yes, great. Then stop being a fucking jerk off. Stop knocking on my fucking door and my window. Stop crying. All right. Come on in. Come in. I'm sorry. Let me make you some lemonade. She's one of those people. I don't know. I don't know what I would. I get a BB gun, maybe shoot her in the fucking knee as she comes over. Maybe she'll think it's a beehive or some shit. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what the fuck I would do if you've actually told her that. She sounds like a crazy person. Why would you want to be friends with a crazy person? I think you just got to ignore her. Like the next time she knocks on your window like that, I would just knock back on the other side of the window. I'd knock back and then give her the finger. See how she handles that. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to start talking about shit that freaks her out. If she's really religious, just talk about how much you love Satan and you've given yourself over to him. I don't know what else you could do. Fart in her presence. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what to do. I feel bad for you. For some reason, it reminded me of Misery. I just keep picturing that woman walking up to your window. The cock-a-doodie, whatever, fucking coming up to your window. It's a very American Horror Story. Wife cries at least. So I hope that helps you out. I would just be more firm. Write her a letter. Dear neighbor, fuck off. Sincerely, solitary woman in cottage next to you, right? All right, wife cries at least 3 times a week. Dear Bill Burr Baggins, big fan of your F you attitude towards life. I don't have a fuck you attitude towards life, okay? I think it's very precious. And know that I am taking notes by telling people to go fuck yourself, all right? Anyways, I have an issue with my wife-to-be because she cries all the time. All right, that's a deal breaker for me. I already have my advice. Next time she cries, just gently put your hands on her shoulders and be like, honey, grow up. No, you can't do that. All right, we've known each other since January 2017, and our marriage was arranged. Not forced, but arranged. All right, this is like tear and rupture. What the fuck does that mean? We both chose to marry each other after our parents allowed us to talk on the phone for a few months. What the fuck is this? What in God? Well, of course you did. If they didn't allow you to talk on the fucking phone the first time you poke your head out of the ground, yeah, you're gonna marry whatever you do just to get away from those controlling maniacs. Anyways, since we've been together and she's cried more times than I've cried in my life, including the times I've cried during my childhood. You ever think she's crying because she doesn't want to marry you? That's what I'd be worried about. She cries for various different reasons, like her little sister annoys her, feels like she's lucky to have me, feels like her parents don't value her, or she feels like she won't do me proud as a wife. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I don't even know what to do with this person. But you know that you seem like you're from a different part of the world, a different culture. But you do seem annoyed. But oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ! I think I would start crying. If you don't stop fucking crying, I swear to God, I'm going to kill myself, and that would make her cry even more, and just be like, what do I have to do? Okay. Anyways, we are definitely getting married, as that line has been crossed. So cutting it off isn't a possibility. Dude, where the fuck are you in the world? I love her more than you love the freckles on your face, but but crying is wearing me down. No, it seems like you still have a sense of humor about it. As I have to comfort her every time and just stare at her on FaceTime as she cries. At times, it just gets super annoying because she does cry over small shit. I got to tell you something. I don't know this woman, and she's annoying the shit out of me. Anyway, she has a busy schedule because she's training to be a teacher. Oh, God. Hope she doesn't fucking teach some underprivileged kids. She'll have a goddamn nervous breakdown. Second she starts crying and shows weakness, it's going to be over. Anyways, getting a post-grad, organizing Islamic events, parentheses, no ISIS jokes, please. And she does an Islamic course at night. So I understand that she has shitloads on her plate. She's underconfident and she feels like she's not the model woman you see on Instagram. Although I assure her that she is beautiful and I love her just the way she is. I really don't know how to deal with this or even approach the situation. Sometimes I find that I am avoiding her because I know it will lead to crying and what have you. What do you suggest? Your podcast is sex to my ears. Nia is awesome, and I hope Lola is not giving Nia too many sleepless nights. Thank you for listening, old bright bulb bag Billy. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I really don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know how to solve this. This is like, how do you tell a woman to stop crying in a way that doesn't make them cry more? All right, okay. You know what I do when my wife is going to cry and I don't think it's that big a deal, or I just don't want to deal with it? When she starts to cry, I just look at her and I jut out my bottom lip and I make the saddest, most pathetic, just picture like a sad clown. I make the saddest, stupidest face, and I look down while still looking up at her. Just imagine that look. And it always makes her laugh, and she gets fucking mad at me because she can't continue crying because I look so fucking ridiculous. And another way you could do it is right before you make that face, you take a big inhale. You go, and you just make that face. And I'm telling you, if she has a sense of fucking humor, that's what I would do. I think that's what I would do. I would just joke my way out of it. Anytime she was crying over nothing, I would start crying with her. Like, I just don't feel that I'm going to be a good enough husband for you. And be like, and I would just be like, I worry about that too. Now, you have to know this. I am a dick. All right? But that's what I would do. I would just start doing that. And what's going to happen is hopefully she'll toughen up a little bit. Jesus Christ. Do you know how fucking nervous that would make me if a woman was crying because she loved me that much and was worried that she wouldn't be a good fucking... I would break up with her. I'd be like, I can't handle that pressure. Jesus Christ. What is going to happen when she finds out I can't fucking read out loud? Mom's comment on pizza. Good luck to you, sir. That's what I would do. I would use humor. You know, next time she go, honey, can I talk to you about something? I would have like 40 fucking boxes of Kleenex and just fucking run over with like 5 boxes of Kleenex. I would just do something to make it silly and ridiculous. And then she might get upset that you do that. I guess I would then say, the fuck would I say? I would just be honest. Just say, listen, I love you to death, but the amount that you cry, I don't know how to deal with it. Oh, fuck, that made you cry. Jesus Christ. What do you guys say? What do you Islamic guys say when you curse? What do you say instead of Jesus Christ? What do you say? Do you say something? Do you take Muhammad's name in vain? Do you do something like that? I don't know whatever the fuck it is you say. I would be really, that would really, I mean, That's a lot. These fucking letters are a lot this week. Okay? The fucking neighbor, the goddamn fucking douchebag who needs an apology for a fucking side hug through 2 different women. He needs to get his apology. That guy is such a pussy. What kind of fucking guy uninvites another guy to a fucking wedding as if that's some sort of punishment? He just made his day, you asshole. If you really didn't like the side hug, you should make him fucking go there. And then there's the one cool chick who fucking boyfriend rides motocross. All right. Not saying the other people weren't cool, but good Lord. Wife cries at least 3 times a week. I read that as 3 times a day. 3 times a week. That's still a lot. It's 156 times a year. That's what I would do. All right, 365 minus 156. Oh, Jesus. 256, 250. That's 194. 194 days you're not crying. 156 you are. Okay? That's like Marty Schottenheimer's lifetime record. That's the way you're crying. Days you cry versus days you don't. And that's not enough to make it in this league, okay? So I'm going to need you to toughen it up at least 2/3 more. Why don't you tell her she's allowed to cry once a week unless something really bad happens? Okay? You know what you could do? You could go to the pet store and get one of those shocker collars, and every time she starts to cry, just fucking zap her. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. All right, mom's comment on pizza leads to breakup. I have no idea where this is going. All right. Hey, Bill, weekly listener here. Love F is for family and all your stand-up stuff. Keep up the good work. My question is, what experiences... Hey, Nia. Oh, good to see you. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, Nia, this guy's fucking wife cries 3 times a week.
Why?
That's hilarious. Did you guys hear that? She goes, why? Are you going to cry? She cries because she loves him so much. She just did a spit take. I swear to God.
No, she does not.
Yes, she does.
Nobody loves somebody that much they cry 3 times a week.
Well, this is the thing. They're Islamic, and their parents allowed them.
I love you so much. Like,
well, listen.
Knock it off.
Exactly. I was telling him what I do when you cry. Remember that time when you would cry and I just kept making that face? I go...
Which was not helpful, by the way.
It helped me because I just didn't want to deal.
It's not about you. It's about me. If I'm crying, I'm having an emotion about something.
Can I tell you something?
Your job isn't to like check out and figure out how to wait for you to deal with it. Your job is to like check in and figure out how I can deal with it. Your job is to make me feel better, not cope for yourself. God.
Yeah, but sometimes you just don't want to deal with like you know when I occasionally
just don't want to deal. Just fucking deal. Be a nice person. Be emotionally open. Don't be a fucking vast wasteland of non-emotion, man.
Are you high? Yes, you are.
I reserve the right not to answer that
Okay.
question. Nobody cries. She's lying. She's not crying that much because she loves him.
Can I tell you something? Do you know,
What?
do you know how occasionally I'll get upset and I go on a rant? Wouldn't it be great if you knew how to... Well, your version of that is when you cry.
No.
It is.
No.
It is.
No.
Don't tell me how I feel.
Don't tell me how I react to things. I don't cry like...
Don't respond to my don't tell me with your don't tell me.
If I'm angry, I'm angry. If I'm emotional, I'm fucking emotional.
Hey, can I finish this? These people are Islamic. This is an arranged marriage.
It's her crying.
It's not forced. Just listen, for fuck's sakes.
All right.
Get over by the mic. All right. They actually were allowed to talk on the fucking phone for a few months.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, these are fucking. This is very.
I respect it.
Secluded life here.
Okay, I get it.
So her emotions are at the surface. So she cries if her little sister annoys her. If she feels she's lucky to have me, feels like her parents don't value her, or she feels like she won't do me proud as a wife.
Oh, so whenever she's having emotions, basically.
Right. What's a good way to be like, honey, I love you to death, but could you fucking knock it off because you're driving me crazy? How do you say that to a woman without making her cry more?
I mean, yeah, she seems like she would cry if you told her, like, you know, I don't know, the tea was not sweet enough. So she's definitely sensitive.
I told him to start crying too.
Oh, God.
Like, she's just like, I'm just worried. And I was like, me too. And I would think she would get mad then.
Probably, because if she did it like that,
then she stops crying. Hey, hang in here for this last one.
He's happy. No, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea.
I can tell you, as a man, when a woman cries, all we want you to do is to stop crying. We don't give a fuck.
We are aware of that.
Yes.
You're completely fucking selfish when it comes to our emotions. Yeah, we know.
Well, you're selfish when I yell. That's an emotion. You want me to stop yelling.
Yelling, like hearing somebody yell constantly is like traumatic. Okay.
Hearing somebody cry all the time is also traumatic.
Yeah.
It's like you're watching this sad movie that never ends.
It is. No, that would be a real, she sounds like a real drip.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Come on, that was good.
Well, what can he do?
I don't know.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, buddy.
Yeah, I don't. It sounds like that's just kind of how she is. I mean,
listen, I don't know if your religion allows you to do this, but I would get some Bose wireless headphones, the noise canceling ones. Whenever she starts crying, I just put them on and put on your favorite fucking music.
Can you ask her dad or her mom or whatever? Like, I just feel like she's very sensitive. She cries easily. You know, is that? Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't do that. If they finally let her talk on the fucking phone, and then you're going to come and be like, yeah, you know, can you tweak her a little bit this way? Anyway, mom's comment on pizza leads to breakup. Hey, Bill, weekly listener. Love F is for family and all your stand-up stuff. Keep up the good work. All right. My question is, what experiences have you had with dating while going through a rough time with your professional career?
Bill has never dated anyone besides me. I'm the only woman in his life that matters, and I really don't appreciate you asking about the people that came before me.
I got to tell you something. I dated a lot of great women. A lot of hotties that were absolute animals in the rack. My girlfriend and I dated for 3 years and recently decided to go on a break. Yeah, all right, you're breaking up. We met in law school, both graduated with good grades, and each passed the bar exam. The big difference between us is that she got a job right after graduation with a high salary, insane benefits, and located in a wealthy suburb. This was largely due to a family connection, which she openly admits. Yeah, good for her. Use your connection. Meanwhile, I hoped to get hired by a firm I worked at during my final year of law school, but was told at the last minute that none of the interns would be hired. You fucking cunts. Oh, my God, after you sat there going through their card catalog or whatever the fuck it is you guys do. As a result, I have been living with my parents for the past 3 months, making money teaching tennis lessons while sending resumes and traveling for interviews all over the state. The decision for a break came when my girlfriend was visiting me at my parents' house. She and I went out for pizza and came back with some leftovers. My girlfriend put the pizza in the fridge, but my mom, who has a heavy Russian accent, told her that putting the pizza in the fridge destroys the flavor. I did not even bat an eye at the interaction and went to the couch to watch a hockey game. This guy's living the life. He's living at home. He's teaching tennis. He's watching hockey. He's eating pizza. I love this guy's life. After an evening of my girlfriend moping around, I asked her what was wrong. According to her, I failed to stand up for her and was supposed to tell my mom to not speak to her that way. Well, in defense of her...
Tell my girlfriend not to put the pizza in the fridge. Oh, how dumb.
Yeah, but in defense of her, though, the Russian accent is a little harsh.
They can't help it. Even when they're being like happy and friendly towards each other, they sound like they're screaming at each other. They want to murder each other.
Yeah, that they're going to send you to the fucking gulag.
Russians, don't get mad at me. You know that shit is true. And like, think about your grandparents and your aunts and your uncles. Like when you went in the room.
Nobody gets mad at anything on this podcast, Nia. I have curated some of the dumbest people on this planet, and we all just sit in our fucking bubble of stupidity, enjoying all of this. All right, after an evening of my girlfriend moping around, I asked her what was wrong. Okay, according to her, I failed to stand up for her and was supposed to tell my mom to not speak to her that way. I know my mom can sound a little harsh with her accent. Yeah, there you go. And sometimes uses incorrect words. Use your imagination when speaking English. But the two have always had a good relationship, so there was no reason to think she would be upset by the comment. This started an argument about how I've become a mama's boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, she went there.
And that I'm not
really pissed about that whole pizza situation.
And that I'm not desperate enough to move out of the house. Ooh. Somebody's going to throw a chair soon. These comments really piss me off because she has personally seen the amount of hard work and long hours I put into my schoolwork, internship, passing the bar exam. Yeah, not to mention she got a hookup and sending out resume. Additionally, this came a day after I was informed that I was a close second for a job I was excited about potentially receiving. Yeah, so this is it. Yeah, you're seeing branches. You know land is coming. You like Christopher Columbus.
This is gross.
Nia was commenting on this all-natural ginger ale. I actually like it.
Oh, my God. Hey, really quickly, can I just ask you a quick question? Do you consider ginger ale soda?
I thought you would ask me, do I consider ginger ale offensive? An offensive name.
Do you consider ginger ale soda?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. People that follow me on Twitter will know what I'm talking about. I did a poll on Twitter because I realized that I don't consider ginger ale soda.
Well, it's because you only drink it when you have, when your stomach's not...
That's what everybody was saying to me, but you know I'm obsessed with ginger ale. So I drink it all the time, but people seem to, yeah.
Why don't you consider it soda?
I don't know. I have no idea. I consider soda like Coke and orange.
Do you consider an apple a fruit? No, why not? I don't know.
I know, it's super obvious, but I just never made the connection that it would be soda.
If you said that on a first date, there would be no second date. I'd be like, this is the fucking bimbo. Jesus, I thought I was dumb.
Though? You would think I was a bimbo, though?
Yeah.
That's okay, I can live with
that. Reminds me of that. I told that story in the podcast, that girl one time. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, you want to go out? You want to go grab some sushi or something? Mm-hmm. Some night? Oh, my God, I love sushi. But one time I ate it every day for like a month. And what do you call the white part of your eye? I'm like, the white part of your eye? She goes, it turned all yellow. And I was like, hey.
That bitch had jaundice.
Yes. And I conveniently had another call coming in that I had to take.
Well, but if you thought I was a bimbo,
I still try to go out with her.
I feel like part of bimbo still means like you are attracted to me. So
I still try to go out with her, though.
Of course you did.
You know why? She was an underwear model. She modeled me undies. No, she didn't.
So anyway, pizza. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay. Additionally, okay, this came, okay, so the guy was excited, whatever. I suspect the real situation is my girlfriend has an image of who her partner is and saw potential in me meeting that image someday. But right now, I'm not living up to that image. It's like she's an NFL GM and I am the potential franchise quarterback who still needs to work on his arm strength before becoming the starter. In her eyes, I'm boozing it up like Johnny Football instead of hitting the gym. I got to tell you something, dude. I'd let this girl go.
And I have to say something, too. Do not fall in love with potential. It is a trap.
No. She's fallen. That's
what I'm saying. For her to like fall in love with his potential it's not a good idea. So it's really about, that's the end of the question?
Yeah, he kind of knocked it off there. I know. I got to be honest with you. I actually thought this guy was going to do better with the question.
Yeah.
I believed in his potential for this question more.
Yeah, and it ended up going nowhere.
Yeah. Your girl. I think your girl.
Couch.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think your girlfriend made a point here.
Yeah. So clearly, it's not about the pizza. It's about like the bigger picture for him and where he's at in her life, and she's not. She's
a spoiled brat who just got a job gifted to her, so she doesn't understand why.
But she's still like good at it, though, right? Like it's not as if she just got it and she sucks at it.
I know, but you know something? He didn't say that he brought that up, because I would have brought that up. Still, I'm sorry, I don't fucking come from the goddamn Waltons. Who's a big lawyer family on TV? Were the Waltons lawyers?
Cliff Huxtable was a lawyer.
Did you ever watch The Waltons?
No, sorry. Claire Huxtable was the lawyer.
The Waltons was the Cosby Show for white people.
What is the Waltons?
It's just a bunch of fucking rednecks living in an old farmhouse. There's like 90 of them. They all have fucking overalls.
Sounds terrible.
What do you have against white people in overalls and fucking dilapidated buildings? Good night, John Boy.
That's that show?
Yeah.
Good night, whoever. Good night, so-and-so.
Yeah, good night, Mary Sue. All right, Bob and Joe. Good night, John Boy. John Boy.
Who's John Boy?
John Boy was like the fucking oldest dude on. He was like a man. He was like a young man.
But he was a boy. John Boy. Is his dad John, too? And he's John Man?
He's John Man.
He's John Boy.
We're not answering this guy's question.
What is the question?
There is no question, but I think he just wants me to comment on the situation. I have no idea, but I would just say that
You should be like, bitch, why don't you support me when I'm down? How about you? How about your potential to be a loving and supportive spouse? Like, why are you kicking me when I'm down? Like, don't you think that I'm trying to make it happen? Don't you think I want to impress you? Don't you think I want to be like, you know, the man that, like, you know, is everything that you've ever dreamed of? I'm having a hard time right now. Like, you know. So.
Why have that fucking 4-hour debate when you can just break up with somebody? I see too many red flags here. Too many fucking red flags. First of all, they're both lawyers. Okay,
they can just argue it out all night long since they love to argue.
They're going to be competitive. They're in the same fucking field. Then they're supposed to. Then she gets fucking pregnant, and like, who the fuck puts their fucking practice on hold? You know,
she would have to, obviously, if she's carrying a baby. Like, that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, like, she should be loving it.
So she's like, so get your shit together, because eventually when we have a family, I'm going to have to take time off.
Fuck that. She seems like the alpha male here in this, and I think that she's going to want to keep working.
He's just an alpha.
And then this guy can just fucking chill out with the kids teaching tennis.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he doesn't have a job.
He's looking for a job. He almost got one.
Okay, well, keep at it. Keep your chin up. I don't know. Both of these people sound annoying.
Why? How is he annoying?
They're just both annoying. He's like, I'm playing tennis. I'm doing my best. And she's like, get it together.
No, he's teaching tennis.
No, whatever.
He's making money.
Yeah, but you have to play it to teach it. Ooh.
You're like killing in your own head right now. I don't know what's going on with you. You find yourself very amusing. All right.
I do. I really do.
All right. You know something? All right. I almost started crying like that guy's fucking potential fucking wife. His wife. All right. That is the podcast. I don't know if I helped anybody. I don't even know what I talked about. I want to thank everybody who came out in Albuquerque and people who came out in Tucson, Arizona, and fucking Dean Del Rey. Jesus Christ, he's been fucking murdering in front of me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like people is like an audible like no when his fucking set's over. It's annoying. He's making me work out there.
Good job, Dean.
He's crushing it. Dean's the best, and I will be with Dean next Sunday night out in Santa fucking Barbara.
I want to go.
I want to go and go out and spend the money that you're earning and go look at stuff.
Fuck you.
Fuck
go to Santa
you.
Barbara. It has nothing to do with...
What do you want to do in Santa Barbara?
I want to go and hang out and see Santa Barbara.
And how much does that cost?
Hey, with you? It doesn't cost anything for me to, like, see things.
Yeah, because I'm paying for it.
Paying for what exactly?
The trip to Santa Barbara.
You are working in Santa Barbara, and I'm tagging along with you. Like, what is the problem? You just don't you don't want me to cramp your style? What are you and Dean gonna go do? Like skipping through the vineyards together?
We're gonna go to a fucking brothel. What do you think we're gonna do? Well, yeah, you're gonna be there, being like, oh, I hope you wear a condom. I don't need that shit. Listen, if you're going to try to, with that fucking second grade manipulation, to try to turn the conversation into that goddamn direction, I'm just going to steer into it. Nia.
Why wouldn't I be able to come to Santa Barbara? It's a beautiful place. I haven't been there in years. Like, what is the problem?
I'll tell you what the problem is. Because fuck you.
Because fuck me, why?
Because you only support me when I go to fun places. Oh, you're never there when I need you. When I go to Sacramento, you never want to tag along.
I would potentially go to Sacramento. I mean, it is the capital.
Of what?
California. I'm not that high, okay? Why would I go to a not fun city? Like, why would I do that?
Why would I need you to come along to a fun city? I'm already having fun.
You love when I come on the road with you. That's why I traveled so much with you before. So
Yeah, these are things I say to keep the relationship going.
You're fronting on your podcast like you don't enjoy me being there with you when you're on the road. I'm always lonely in the road. Oh, I miss you. Oh, I miss the baby. You're like, you're sitting here acting like you're so tough and you're so in control and you're just like the man of the family.
Wait a minute.
You love when I'm there with you on the road, so knock it off.
Time out.
Yes.
You're talking a lot of shit.
Yeah,
I didn't get lonely on the road like this until I had a daughter.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah, but I did a 3-week fucking run.
Are you suggesting that you were not lonely on the road before we had a daughter? Are you saying that
For the most part, yeah.
Are you saying you didn't miss me when you were on the road?
For the most part, yeah.
You're so so then who are you lying to?
You.
Podcast listeners are-
You, so you feel better.
That's completely untrue.
Yeah, have you ever seen what I do on the road? I go to Steams, I go to games, I'm hanging out with my friends, I'm riding on a bus. It's fucking tremendous. The whole game thing is you got to make your wife feel like you're not having a good time out there or she's going to get upset.
Are you serious?
A lot of the times, yeah.
Oh my God.
No, but now that I have a kid, it's different.
So you never missed me when you were on the road? All those nights that you called me and said you were lonely and you wished I was here and you saw something funny and you're sending me pictures.
A lot of those
You're
times.
sending me pictures all day and text messages all day. Like, I miss you. Check this out. Isn't this funny? Blah, 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 blah. And like that was all
a lot of those times.
That was all bullshit.
A lot of the times it's bullshit.
I've been with you almost 15 years and it's all been bullshit.
Not all, but a lot of it is bullshit.
I don't believe you.
That's how you do the road as a guy.
I don't believe you. I will never trust you again if this is true.
Nia, you gotta say, I'm going to Milwaukee. I'm seeing the Henry Winkler statue.
Who?
I'm going, Fonzie. I'm going to the fucking, the Harley Davidson Museum.
Wait. They have a statue of him? Why? What did he do?
Because Happy Days was filmed in front of a live audience, studio audience there.
But it's not like it's Rocky. Do they really have a statue of him?
Yeah.
Seemed like a waste of a statue. Why?
It's like the funniest thing ever. A waste of a statue. Like the statue could have been something else. Like, what are you going to do, chop the head off and put fucking Merv Griffin's head on there?
Wait a minute. Is that character that iconic that it deserves its own statue? Hey, that guy.
That's why I love Milwaukee. That's why I love Milwaukee. That's why I love Milwaukee. Because it's a city, but it's small town.
Oh my God, Milwaukee, you got to do better.
Oh, Nia, so mean. That's one of my favorite fucking cities. I love Milwaukee. You know what, Milwaukee? You're okay with me. All right, Nia, this is the deal. Of course I miss you on the road. I love you. I love our daughter. But there's times where I'm really having a good fucking time out there.
Yes, I know.
So you have to text, hey, honey, I'm thinking about you. I'm not thinking about you. I'm watching SEC football. I sometimes forget I'm married when I'm at those games.
Okay, I get it. You don't have to keep
No, because you went so hard the other way, going like, oh, I miss you. Like I was some fucking pansy.
It wasn't panning you out like a pansies.
Yeah, you were.
Like you love me and you miss me. No, I get it.
So it's self-serving.
Obviously, you're having fun on the road. Like you and text me pictures of you and Paul Verzi and Joe Bartnick, like arm's length, skipping into an arena of some sort. Like, so I get it. I understand.
That's our tradition. We always skip in.
3 abreast.
Yeah, I fucking rent a helicopter. I fly myself to Vegas. It's a good time. It's a good goddamn time. All right, this podcast is way too fucking long. It's an hour and a half long, all right? Okay, can we apologize to the city of Milwaukee? I will, on behalf, before we start a social media controversy here. All right, I'm done with this shit. That's it, everybody. Happy holidays, man. Happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. All that shit's coming up. Go fuck yourselves, and I'll talk to you on Thursday. Stupid.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Anything Better podcast with your host, Paul Burr, Bill Burr. We have Andrew Themlis behind the glass, and of course, we have Jake the Snake back from his extravaganza he had with Lord knows who and Lord knows where, but he's back.
Don't ask, don't tell, Paul.
No, no. He doesn't kiss and tell, that's for sure. Dude, I mean, I'll tell you how I did.
Oh, last week. Let me hear. First of all, can we just say it was not the same without Jake the Snake?
It never is.
I'm telling you, the vibes were just not there. So with no Jake the Snake, how did it go for you there, Paulie?
Well, I started out 0-2 because the Chiefs didn't do their thing on Thanksgiving, nor did the Lions. Luckily, two wild picks that I had came through, which were the Chicago Bears, who are the gift that keeps giving, and also the Panthers getting 10. The Panthers ended up winning outright. So those two games came in for me, and I ended up going 2-2. But I am still, I'm on life support. I need like 3 4-0s in a row right now.
Oh, all right. Bring it up. Let's see the stats here. Are they posted? There we go. Let's see how it looks. All right. Paul, you got?
I am 17-33-2. So I guess the 2 equals 1 loss and 1 win. I don't know how that works, I guess. Bill, Bill is having a good year. You're right there. 2020.
Well, this is the same year I have. Billy, win some, lose some.
Actually,
Billy, win some, lose some.
All right.
24, 26-2.
Right.
Well,
so
I want the listeners to think about what you just said. You picked 2 games where you thought what was going to happen, and then you went out on a limb on 2 where you're like, I'm just, throwing one in from the 2 that you took a risk on that made no sense, won, and then the things where you thought what was going to happen didn't happen, lost.
Well, I thought the Panthers made sense getting 10. The Bears I was scared of, but I know what you're saying.
All right. Well, I'm trying to steer the narrative into don't do what the herd is doing.
Yeah.
Do something else. Well, I was lucky enough to go, and I will say lucky. I went 3-1. What did I have? I had the Packers. I took the Bengals. That's my gift that keeps giving. Is Joe Flacco with points? I think Joe Burrow is finally back this week, or I don't know if he went last week.
He won last week. They won last week. You won
with him.
You won that game, yeah.
Oh, he won that game. Okay, I was out with Mike. That's why I was saying I was lucky to go 3-1. Last 2 weeks I've watched very little football. Been doing the dad thing. Then I had the Texans, and then I picked a game that I heard somebody said, Boomer Esiason said if you bet on the Dolphins versus the Saints that you have a problem. You need to talk to somebody.
That's hilarious.
And I took the Dolphins, dude, and I was in there, Paul. I was looking at a 4-0 week. And, the Dolphins just went into the prevent to save, the game and kill the clock. And then they just gave him a touchdown. And old Billy, the old backdoor cover, Paul. You know what I should have done looking back at it? Most people go down to Miami and they party and they can't handle that they're down there. The Saints are in New Orleans, Paul. That's a party town. I don't need to tell you. We certainly don't need to tell Jake the Snake, who 3 times, I believe, was the king of the Mardi Gras parade just because of his sheer body count down there. I should have known that the Saints were gonna come in, Paul. So,
yeah, they came marching in, dude. Do you remember the time? This was such a hilarious memory. You and I went to Monday Night Football after performing at Harrah's together in New Orleans, and we saw Mike Vick quarterback the Eagles. And me and you get drunk. We're drinking and we're walking out. And one guy was like, "Hey, man, I'll drive you guys back." And we're like, "All right." And he was walking in front of us. And then me and you got into this huge argument because you know me with sports. I got hammered and I said something ridiculous like I can throw a college football 50 yards and an NFL football 45 yards, something nuts. And you go, "No."
I think the numbers were higher than that, Paul.
Whatever.
Like your alcohol. I wouldn't have argued 50 or 45. I think you were on the other side of the field, Paul.
Yeah, I might have said 40, 55,
you
and 50.
You might have said 60.
So I think I said 55 and 50. Either way, you go, get the fuck out of you. And me and you start arguing about how far I could throw football. And the guy that was going to drive us just started walking ahead and just left. Remember?
Yeah, he made the good thing. Paul, I apologize for that argument. I'm sorry for that.
The guy's like,
and
I can't have these two.
That was the alcohol. That was my BS from a kid. So I apologize for that.
No, it's all good. But he was like, I can't have these two in my
Paul,
car.
listen to me.
I can't have
sorry.
these two.
Break that, Brian.
I shouldn't have done it.
No, I remember that guy. He like walked away and, as much of an asshole as I am, like I always clock stuff like that. Like I'm not, well, fuck that guy. He's a fucking, I don't. I go, I just made another adult who, when he first met us 5 minutes ago, he thought these two complete strangers were okay to get in his car. And now he's briskly walking away. And you know what? Shout out to that guy. Shout out to that guy listening to his inner voice, knowing better than to have us two knuckleheads.
Yeah.
What a couple of idiots.
Dude.
I remember that. And then we had to try to figure out how to get back because the Superdome's all the way down the damn street. We were staying up the way.
We walked far. We were drinking. It was, those are the good old days.
Paul, I remember my heartburn was like fucking here the whole weekend. And I didn't understand acidity or whatever. So I said, I'll have a salad. And I got like balsamic vinaigrette, which is also more acidity, smoking cigars. I don't know what we were doing, dude. But it's also like New Orleans. I had an acting gig there a long time ago. I did this movie called Black or White. And I spent a summer there. And that was, as far as, being being a tourist, not knowing that was one of the hardest cities I've ever been in to try to eat well.
Yes.
It was like everything is fucking deep fried, po' boy sandwiches and those little fucking beignets, those donuts they got. And it's just like, I remember there was a supermarket up the street. And like I had to ask the lady when the vegetables came in. It was one day a week. And if you got there afternoon, they were gone. So I bought a juicer at a Bed Bath & Beyond. I had to take a cab over a bridge outside of the city. Like, I'm telling you, man, like there's something going on there with that fucking wall and no vegetables. Yeah. I don't know if the government is jealous about what a good time everybody has down there, but it seems like they're trying to kill them. So,
dude, we went to Commander Palace and ate. But do you remember when me and you were watching football in the casino sports book or the casino bar? Yeah. And there was a guy that was angry at everybody.
No, he was there. He was off.
He was off, but he I was sitting next to him. He was okay with me. Do you remember that? He was like, okay with me. And you were like, dude, we got to watch this guy. But he was like, something was off with him, dude. And it was
chill vibe. He was built like Marshawn Lynch too. So, and then that fucking idiot drunk came up talking to him and you saw him, dude. It was triggering something in him. And I'm like, this idiot talking to him does not understand. He's about ready to get his fucking head ripped off. That guy was like visibly, dude, any time that was that he was doing this, watching a game or whatever. So that's kind of like, you're like, okay, that's that. And that shit where, like I need to get away from this guy, but I can't do it immediately or he's going to notice. So you kind of got to do like one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do one of those. You can't just look like zoinks and run away from the guy. It's like walking away from a fucking predator, man.
Yeah, he was like staring at the TV like he had a lot of money, and that drunk guy was talking to him, dude. And it was just like, dude, talk about not reading the room.
No, that guy, he was in his own. I don't think he was betting on the games. I think he was in a sports book, and then in his head, he was completely somewhere else. Yeah, and whatever that world was, this dude came up to him, and it was it was a hell of a weekend. And we saw LSU Alabama too. It was LSU Alabama Saturday, and then we partied Sunday, and then Monday we went to Monday Night Football, Eagles Saints.
Yeah, and I remember in the lobby of our hotel, I saw Drew Rosenhaus, who's the agent of all the big ones. He was at the reception at the desk. I was like, oh shit, dude, that was because he came in there. Mike Vick actually looked really good there too.
Paul, what was the over under of 10,000 calories in those 3 days?
Oh my God, dude! Hey, take the over. Take the over.
There was no defense in that weekend, Paul.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anytime you see somebody rocking, it's never going to be like, hey, beautiful day out there. You guys have a nice day.
There's no music playing.
Yeah.
Dude, this shit here is fucking wild.
Dude.
Stay away from that.
Yeah. It's never... I was on a subway with a guy once, and he was looking. I'm here, and he was looking here. So he's like, he's right there, and he's just going, yeah, huh? You guys don't think I'll do it on this thing, huh? Dude, I swear to God, I was down by Bowling Green, down by like Wall Street. And he's going, yeah. And I just took a pen out because I work down there. And he's not looking at me. He's looking here, but he's going, yeah, what are you going to do with that pen, huh? How you think I'm worried about a pen? I was in war. I'll pull out a gun. I'll kill it. And he didn't even have a gun. He was like in a T-shirt. And he goes, what are you going to do with that pen? Dude, I was just like, all right, man.
Dude, I remember one time I got on the train. There was this white kid hopped up on something on 96th Street. And he was singing this song, and he was dropping the N-word. He was going, I'm a crazy N-word, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm a crazy N-word, doing the best I can. Woo! And he just kept doing it over and over again. And I was just sitting there.
Oh, dude.
Everybody was just looking out. You know, white people looking like, is he going to get his ass kicked? But he was crazy.
Yeah.
So everybody else, everybody's like, dude, I'm going to work. He's not saying it to me. He's fucking nuts. Not rolling around. Dude, for like 7 stops on a fucking loop, he was singing that song. This was like 1995. This is right when New York was still, New York.
Dude, what comic had that bit? What comic had that bit? Was it Jessica Kirsten? Somebody, or it was, dude, I don't know why I'm either going from like Jessica Kirsten to, who's the guy? Oh my God. No, it's not Jessica Kirsten. Who's the guy who's a radio host? You're friends with him. Rudy Rush. Is it Rudy Rush?
Yeah, Rudy. Yeah.
Rudy
Still
Rush.
friends. I talk to him all the time.
Rudy Rush said he was on like a train and some guy went up and started acting crazy, so that he started acting crazy. He like something like where he was like, and it worked. It's so funny.
I was going to say, does it cancel it out?
Oh, dude, yeah, because no one wants to fuck with crazy, dude.
I would have just thought that he would be able to see through that. Like, it'd be like meeting a veteran. He said, I went to war. And I tried to, I went to war too. He'd be like, you didn't go to war, you fucking pussy. Sitting there with my Army Navy jacket on.
Well, we're going into week 14 here. We got 5 weeks left, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We got 5 weeks left. And we got to bring in Jake the Snake back. Guys, fresh off the press, back from vacation. We don't know where he was or who he was with. Look how happy he looks.
Exactly. Well, I mean, the Playboy lifestyle is exhausting. Even Jake can't do it all the time. Jake, we missed you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. The last episode title was very funny. Jake's on a plane was a good laugh.
Did you went back for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. We me and
you're not gonna say where, Jake. We like the man of mystery.
Fair enough. Me and my family just went on vacation, though. It was very nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
And he's a family man, ladies. There's no end to the level that this man can satisfy you.
And Jake, you are just so all the ladies know, you are a bachelor, right? You're a single guy?
Yes, this is true. I am single.
I mean, guys, what else do you need? What else do you need?
All right, I'll say some of the bigger injuries. Justin Herbert.
One of the most subtle segues I've ever seen, Jake. That's one of the.
Let's start with Herbert. He fractured his hand and kept playing against the Raiders, and then sounds like he's going to play this week again against the Eagles. So,
is it his throwing hand?
It's his non-throwing hand, so that's why people are like, maybe he can play through it. He had the surgery on Monday. And so we'll see how it works. I couldn't imagine. And they are going to get their running back, Omarion Hampton, back as well from an ankle fracture. And then Jaden Daniels is back practicing for the Commanders, so he could possibly play against the Vikings. He had that gruesome elbow injury a couple months back, so it's good to see him back out there. Hopefully he plays. It's not official yet. And then the Lions, we were just talking about it, but Amon-Ra St. Brown, their superstar receiver, hurt his ankle on Thanksgiving. And looks like he's a game-time decision for tonight. I'm shocked that he's going to be able to play, but he's a really tough guy, so hopefully he's back out there for them. And then the Colts have some big injuries, too. Daniel Jones is playing through a fractured fibula. I don't know how, but I know, I couldn't imagine. He's a really tough guy.
That's stupid, dude. They're already playoff bound. What are they doing?
Well, not anymore because
they're 8-4, dude. They were 7-1. Now they're 8-4.
Yeah, so they play Jacksonville this week. They're both 8-4, the top of the division. So there's a lot of big games like that. Like Baltimore plays Pittsburgh. They're both 6-6 in first place for that division. Bears and Packers are both not. Bears are up a game. They're 9-3. And that's going to be a really big game too. So there's a lot of big division playoff game stuff this week.
I do agree with Paul that like sometimes just to make that stupid playoff run, it's really short-sighted where I feel like Daniel Jones has found a home here. Let the guy heal up. You've done enough that your fan base is excited about what's going on. Like, don't do like some RG3 stuff and just bring the guy back and
dude, fibula too. Fibula is like, dude, if that's like, if a guy lands on it, that's bad, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a hairline fracture. How could you play if it's broken?
I don't know how some of these
shotgun formation. I was even thinking like Herbert, right? It's this non-throwing hand, so he's under center. This is the top hand, and every time you're there, that ball comes back.
Dude,
So
they wrap it up, and what they do is fucked up. They wrap it up tight and they give him a shot, so he doesn't feel it.
Well, I would just be like shotgun formation.
That's exactly what they've been doing. Yeah. So they have a backup quarterback under center, and they have Herbert in shotgun. Appears to be a strategy, but they play on Monday. We'll see. What I would do, since the Chargers play the Eagles and Chiefs back to back, is maybe sit them against the Eagles and have them maybe play against the Chiefs. I don't know. I mean, playing through a fractured hand, I don't know how that's possible. I was curious.
Chiefs can't lose another game, right?
It's a tough.
They have to maybe lose one more.
They're 8-4. So I mean, they can lose maybe a couple, but I mean, it's a really close race.
6-6.
The Chargers are 8-4.
No, we're talking about the Chiefs.
Oh, the Chiefs. Yeah, well, the Chiefs play Houston, so they really, the Chiefs pretty much need to win out.
No, if the Chiefs lose another one, they're probably not going to make the playoffs.
They'll be 6-7. Yeah, and Houston is another team in the wild card kind of race, and the Chiefs have already.
Yeah, they've been coming on.
Yeah, Chiefs have already lost to Jacksonville and Buffalo, who are in the wild card too, and the Chargers. So they really need to beat somebody for a tiebreaker.
They've lost to the Broncos. That's another thing too. They've a lot of division losses. Who would have ever thought?
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I know Jake doesn't want to hear this,
Okay.
but I've seen enough to like where I watched the Bronco game from beginning to end. The Broncos, in my opinion, are a really good team. I think their defense is really good. I think they're for real, and they're wide receivers too. He's got a lot of people, Sutton and stuff. So I think the Broncos are going to be a tough out, man.
Yeah, who do you guys look in the AFC?
They've got a great coach.
Well, look, the only thing you could say about the Patriots, the only thing is the schedule strength, but you got to beat who's in front of you. So I don't buy that 100%. I never bought people. Oh, look, they beat the Frogs, they beat this, and they beat that. I was like, yeah, but they beat them, and they have the special teams. They have a coach.
Here's another thing, Paul. They said we had an easy schedule in September before anybody even knew what the year was going to be like. It's Paul, the New York City sports bias, the level that you guys fucking run the shit and just amp up Knicks fans screaming and yelling like the Knicks are going to win it. And then anything the Patriots do is there wasn't enough air. There was fucking this and that. It's like, we're a solid team.
No, you're better. I would say we're better
a solid team. I'm not impressed that we, beat the Giants the way we did. You have an interim coach and you have a young quarterback who doesn't throw the fucking ball away. I don't know why. Like that kid he's like trying to do this macho stuff. So he still needs to learn that, I guess. But like, definitely we played the Jets, we got the Dolphins and stuff like that. But we beat the Bills before the Bills knew that they sucked. So,
here's the test.
And real quick though, going back to what Bill said, it's a really good point because it's like you can't say strength of schedule when nobody knew the Colts were going to be this good. Nobody knew the Colts were going to be a hard out. And not to mention Drake May's numbers. If what I saw is right, I was talking to my son about this. Drake may have the best numbers of any quarterback in the NFL right now, which is insane. Like the guy's like an MVP candidate, and you have a coach that has experience. So we were shooting ourselves in the foot. We were fumbling 2, 3, 4 fucking times a game. Yeah, that has ended. Has ended. Like that team is tight as for what Vrabel, who I think is coach of the year, is getting out of that team. Yeah, they bought into it. And the disciplined way that they're playing, in the belief system that they have. I like what Drake May said, where they were saying, do you feel like you're carrying on the tradition of what Brady and Belichick did, or is this a new era? He goes, a little bit of both. They obviously want to do what they do, but this is a new group of people, and I'm like, this team has like an identity. So I don't think that they're as wild as their record, but I definitely think that they're better
than, Phil Mushnick is going to give him credit for being.
Well, you guys got the Bills and Ravens after the bye week, so I think we're gonna learn a lot about the Patriots in those 2 games because those are gonna be
Those
tough
are tough games.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna learn a lot there.
Who in the playoffs? Like, what are the top 3 teams that like the Patriots might not be able to handle? Like, I'm looking
Broncos.
I think the Broncos are going to be their toughest thing.
I agree. I've been on the Broncos most of the year too. I
still think Buffalo is going to be a tough out in the playoffs. It's still Josh Allen. Their defense
I agree.
is so good, but
I agree with that. I'll tell you, if the fucking Steelers make it, that Aaron Rodgers factor, dude, they could upset somebody. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That fucking guy he's a winner. He's got enough in the tank.
Yeah. If the Chiefs make it, they're always a tough out. And the way Houston's playing, I don't think anyone wants to play that defense.
No, Houston's got the best defense in the league. Look, my pick was Buffalo, so I got to stick with Buffalo. But I could see Broncos, Texans, and now Patriots.
Well, you don't have to stick with Buffalo. You said that fucking months ago. You don't have to stick with that. Like, you can pick. I feel like you're leaning Broncos.
Patriots have a real chance to get the 1 seed, which will be huge. I mean, that would be really helpful.
I think at this point they're probably
Well, Denver's right there.
Right, 1 game behind, but I think.
Here's the deal: are the Kansas City Chiefs going to run the table and really show up, or are they done? That's pretty going to be interesting.
They're going to make the playoffs, and then they're going to do some things or whatever, like as they always do. And I think that they have the ability, even on a drive that shouldn't score. They just have the ability to do those stupid weird passes or Mahomes runs, with the football, and they always seem to figure it out. Whoever that running back is, Pacheco or whatever. I mean, they got enough. And then Travis Kelce, dude, the fucking guy runs a route like nobody in the league. Everybody knows he's going. Not only is the guy open, he's fucking wide open.
Yeah.
So whatever he's doing to whoever's covering him, I mean, it's insane. Like the amount of times, because they got the camera on Patrick Mahomes, they throw it to Travis Kelce. You go, how the fuck is he that open?
Yeah,
so
it's the routes that he's running.
Yeah. The Chiefs play the Houston Texans and Chargers back to back. If they win both those games, I think their chances of making the playoffs are very good because they'd be 8-6.
All right,
they have to win both.
Okay.
I want to know the crazy story in the NFL right now is that the Miami Dolphins are not mathematically out of it, and they've won 3 of their last 4 or whatever, and they kind of turned it around. So, if they win the next 2, they're imagine they snuck in, dude. Because look, dude, they had a coach ready to be fired. They were is he going to make the plane? And now they're fucking playing for him. So it's pretty interesting.
I'll tell you an even crazier one. The Bengals aren't mathematically eliminated either. At 4-8, if they beat Buffalo somehow this week, then they're not that far out from even the division. With Joe Burrow and that offense, that's a team no one wants to play either.
Yeah, and it might
There's
be
some
the
good
end
games this week. There's some really good games.
Yeah,
well, speaking of
that Texans Chiefs game, just because of where the Chiefs are at, man, that's going to be a fun one to watch. And I just think.
Speaking of
I think the greatness of Mahomes, I think he's going to get him over on that one.
We haven't mentioned the Colts. You think the Colts? I mean, obviously they started hot. They've kind of cooled down a bit.
Well, not if the quarterback's playing with a broken fucking leg, dude. I mean,
they have a lot of division.
I'm just talking about.
Paul, I think you're onto something there. I can't believe he's playing this week. Forget about the playoffs. How long does it take for that to heal? And I don't know any doctor that says, "Yo, you broke your leg. What should I do this week? Play some professional football."
Yeah.
I have a college football question real quick. So I'm sure you guys saw the Lane Kiffin news. Do you have any opinions on that?
I saw that. Is he going somewhere else?
Dude,
he's officially going to LSU.
No, he basically left. LSU gave him $100 million, and he left the team. And fans went to the airport and just booed him on his way up the private jet. What he tried to do was he tried to see if he could stay and have somebody else. But legally, I guess once you accept the job, he's not able to coach them in the bowl game.
Well, but then the Ole Miss said no. If you're going to take this job, just get out.
Ole Miss was if you're going to do this, just leave. And they literally fucking he went to but LSU offered him $100 million.
Not only does he leave, he goes into the same conference. Okay, this guy is running out of states in the South Eastern
upset.
Conference that he can go to. All right. He upset Tennessee. He said, I am here. I love this. I'm going to turn this thing around. And then USC said, hey, big boy. Right. And he goes out there. He's a whore. The man. No. $100 million. You're not a whore. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Supposed to stay in Mississippi?
Right. It's just the timing that's so gross. You finally you have your best season of your career. You give Ole Miss the best year in program history. You're 11-1. You're in the playoffs. And instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to wait till after the season to see if I want to leave or not. And maybe the offer's not on the table. I get it, but it's like it's.
And also, shame on LSU.
That's right.
Shame on LSU. What are you doing?
Tell the guy, listen, you're going to be our guy. Just fucking finish out and then.
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking guy, man, every time he turns his rep around, dude, what he did in Mississippi is fucking amazing.
Agreed.
11-1, they're in the playoffs.
Yep.
It's like, all right, okay. And you finally have a fan base that's fucking with you. Dude, he's like the bad guy in wrestling.
Very heel turn.
That's actually perfect.
All right, so what does he do at LSU and how does he leave?
He probably
You have to know at this point you're dating a stripper.
Notre Dame's going to offer him $150 million in 3 years.
They're saying in like 3 or 4 years he'll go to the Miami Dolphins or something.
But can I say
He's going to
something
sneak to the airport, Paul, dressed like a leprechaun to go up to South Bend.
A little hat, little Scottish hat. Here's the thing.
Oh, they give me my pot of gold.
I have to say this, though. Women come into play here. And just hear me out. And I'm not trying to be, here goes Paul talking about. But here's the deal. You tell your wife, dude, I remember I had a manager once and another manager wanted to work with me. And my wife was like, yeah, you're getting rid of your first manager and you're going to work with that like legit, no offense to anybody that I worked with.
Dude, let me tell you something.
Get manager.
Low key, your wife, your wives are great at business.
Yes.
They spend their whole life when they're picking out a dude, they are like a coach.
Yes.
Can this husband earn at the pro level?
Dude, because they're scanning guys from kindergarten, dude. They're scanning. They know. So by the time
Paul, they're in the game.
They know.
They're in the game before you even know there's a game being played.
So here's my scenario. Lane Kiffin starts pouring himself an orange juice. And he goes, honey, I talked to LSU.
Paul, do one of these.
She's like, what'd they say? I'm doing a pie, baby. He's pouring himself a glass of orange juice. He goes, yeah, I talked to LSU, sweet. Oh, what'd they say? Yeah, they wanted to give me $100 million, but you know what? Right there.
I mean,
right
we're in the playoffs. I mean,
we're 11-1, but I don't care. You got 3-4 daughters.
No. That's not how you go. This is what they do. They pout first. Baton Rouge. I always heard that was really nice.
The houses are.
No, beautiful. I don't. I'm not saying I don't like Mississippi. We could look. They do that first.
Yeah. What? Oh, have you seen the homes there? Oh my God, it's so charming.
The school systems.
I don't know. I heard through a friend that Drew Brees' wife loved it.
Oh yeah, Paul. This is what they do. They go with school system. Like they act like they're thinking about the kids.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, dude. They're already thinking Birkin bags and Gator fucking shoes.
She's thinking now she's got a private jet and Lane's got one. They each got one.
Yes, exactly.
Dude, together.
She's closer to Miami.
It's a 2-car garage for privates. All right.
You want to hear the funniest thing Lane Kiffin said before we move on? He said,
that he didn't know the money?
Yeah, he said, I don't even want to know the contract.
Did you hear Mad Dog had a rant on? I just scrolled. Mad Dog from Mike in the Middle. He goes, what are you talking about? You don't know the money. Because Lane Kiffin is in a suit, LSU pin, purple tie already happened. Going, I didn't even know the money. I don't know the money. I told him I didn't want to know the money until, dude, Mad Dog's going, you don't know the money. You know, Stephen A. Smith, look at him. Stephen A. Smith is crying, laughing. He goes, he knows every nickel he's getting from the beginning. You
don't leave an 11-1 program not knowing what you're. Paul, you go in to buy a fucking granola bar, you don't know the money. $100 million on the table, you fucking know it.
He probably didn't look literally, and his agent goes, it's $100 million, and he fucking plays that game. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's all.
Dude, his agent because his agent's going to get 10% of that, right?
Oh, so, dude, yeah.
Depending, he could have a deal worked out with them that could be like a flat fee. But his agent he probably just sat down across from You know, like when Robert Kennedy and JFK were facing each other, you know, that famous black and white photo during the Cuban Missile Crisis? He's just going, Lane, I know you said you didn't want to do this, but can you be the bad guy one more time? And then he just going like, oh.
You got
What's the number? Don't tell me. No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Whisper it.
More than 80? More than 90? More than 90?
100? He's like,
dude, look, listen, it is what it is.
Lane, it's Mississippi. You're never coming here again.
And then, meanwhile, Lane's all like, "These players in the transfer portal is bad for the sport." And he's like, "How much was that contract again?"
How about the reporter called him a hoe? Remember? The reporter called him a hoe walking in, and he just stopped and turned around, and he walked with him, and he just goes, and the reporter goes, "Yeah, what?" And he goes, "Yeah, how about you call me a hoe in there? We see how it goes." And then he just turned around and walked away. He turned into a fucking wrestling heel. Is the perfect Bill? It's perfect.
Well, here's the thing. You guys are all judging him and all of that type of stuff. The day you walk away from $100 million to be in fucking Baton Rouge in Death Valley to coach the LSU Tigers, the day you can fucking the day that offer comes in and you walk away from it, then, you know, listen, Paul, I got to be honest with you. I'm starting to like Lane Kiffin.
Dude, I walked away.
He's fun. He's good for the fucking sport. And it's like, the best thing is if he doesn't come to your program, just to know that he's going to break the hearts. He's going to fucking break hearts, Paul. He's a heartbreaker.
Oh, yeah.
No, look, Lane Kiffin is Lane Kiffin has got a little sneaky Pete in him. A little.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Sneaky Pete doesn't leave messes like this guy. I mean, he's like an 80s action hero walking away.
Even Sneaky Pete was impressed. Sneaky Pete was like, he did what? Woo. Chewing his gum.
You know, I had the chance to do it. I couldn't do it. I was scared.
That's why this podcast is the best sports podcast in the world. And I don't think people understand, like, Lane Kiffin's position. Taking $100 million at his age right now. What is Lane Kiffin? 55 years old, right?
Yeah, sure.
Dude, he's the Christian Laettner of fucking coaches. I watched that 30 for 30 on Christian Laettner, dude. That's one of my favorite ones. I love that guy. I love that guy's whole fucking vibe. I love that he loved people not liking him, but then there was a part of him being like, you know, sometimes it went a little far or whatever. Like,
What's
really one of the great villains.
It takes a lot to do. It takes a lot to accept that. It takes a lot to accept, like, everywhere I go, people are going to a lot of these people are going to not like me. It takes a lot.
What's funny about Lane Kiffin is he hasn't really won anything yet. This will be the first time he's made the playoff. And everyone's like, "Oh, well, here's $100 million." I mean, clearly he's doing the programs right.
Yeah, he really could be a coach that gets you there, but not over the fucking, like, get you in the dance.
I mean, I listen. Well, what he did in Mississippi, I feel now that we're sort of like laughing about Lane Kiffin, I really feel bad for the fans of Mississippi and all that. Like, the program that the guy built out there, they deserve to. Alabama's been stealing the spotlight for so long, and then Georgia comes along. LSU's won a couple there. It's been when's the last time fucking Mississippi?
Never.
They never won one. Yeah, so it's like. I understand, that's the kind of shit used to happen to the Patriots. That's a Chuck Fairbanks mood. We were on our way to the playoffs in the middle of it. He took a job at the University of Colorado.
I just don't understand why LSU didn't let him wait. Like, do it the right way. Finish this year out and then be like, I had a great time here. I'm taking this opportunity to, like, just get on a plane now.
Wait a minute, Paul. You don't understand that college sports is filthy?
No. I understand it's filthy. I don't understand why LSU couldn't wait a month. Wait until the holidays were over. Like, what's the difference?
Because they don't care, Paul. They have what they want. Their boosters have what they want. Dude, once you got a bunch of white guys and loafers with no socks and blue blazers on, you have no idea what they're capable of. They don't give a shit. These are the people that will poison your food supply, pollute the fucking water, false flag wars. You don't think they're going to take a coach from Mississippi to fucking LSU? Where do they get that money, Paul?
See, that's why Italians are smarter than everybody when it comes to that shit. Because Italians talk low and go, dude, we're going to get him. Don't listen. We're going to get him. We're going to get him. I know. I talked to the guy. We just got to wait. That's what Italians do. These fucking greedy assholes. Hey, you got to get him now. You got to get him now. No, you don't. You're going to get him.
Yeah.
Because you got
Paul,
the money.
let's go easy. You know, they also went up to BC and ruined those kids' lives. So come on, let's not act like you guys are saints.
No,
Right,
we're not
Paul?
saints.
Listen, Paul, I would never fuck with your cuisine.
No, listen.
Okay, but like I'm stopping short of like, see, that's why Italians, when we do our stuff,
No,
they're
they're corrupt.
it's a little fucking, it's a little better.
No, they're corrupt. They're just organized corrupt. I never said they were. I just said they have to. You know, they know how to do it.
Hey, Paul, fair enough. Let's get into the NFL picks here, Paul.
Yes. We got some picks to make now. We are going into week 14, so that's an even number, which means it is my pick. And right off the bat, the first game that I liked, hey, what do I got to lose? I need to have I'm Aaron Rodgers at the 50-yard line, Hail Mary for this season. But the first game I looked at and the first game I saw is tonight. The Lions cannot lose 2 in a row at home. They're coming off a terrible loss on Thanksgiving. It's a 3-point game. And the Cowboys are playing good, but the Cowboys also haven't played that great a team. And I think that the Lions are going to play with the if that fucking guy could take the points to coach. But I'm going to take the Lions -3 at home tonight.
Real quick, that's almost a de facto elimination game with those two teams' records, and they're both not going to win their divisions more than likely. So big game.
Yeah.
All right. First game I like the Falcons at home getting 7 against the Seahawks. I think they're a tough team. I know the Seahawks are really good and everything. I think the Seahawks win, but I don't think that they cover. I like that. What was that receiver they got? London or something like that.
Yeah.
That guy. You know, he was killing the Patriots.
Beast.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the Falcons at home getting 7 points. Paul, Jesus Christ, I got my feet up. Feet up in the first quarter.
Well,
Second quarter. What are they doing?
Dude, you're right there, Bill. You're 1 game back.
Who?
You look at Sam Rothstein. No, 1. You have a 2-game tie.
Oh, okay. Paul, I've had my heart broken too many times to get excited.
Well, listen, with 4 or 5 weeks left, you already had a good year. So,
hey, I can't think like that, Paul. You know what I mean? I just, I have a job to do. I just try to get it done. I'm
the Chiefs right now. I had my dynasty right now. I'm just trying to see if I could get in the.
You've never had a dynasty. Let's stop saying that. A dynasty, you have to win 3 in a row. For 3 years, the trophy was in your city, and there wasn't a fucking thing anybody could do about it. You don't get to win 1, lose, win.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Like 3 other teams, 4 other cities have a fucking championship parade during your dynasty?
No, I
would say this, Paul. It was the most giving dynasty I've ever seen. How about that? It was very generous.
I have a dynasty.
You're down.
I'm at my dynasty.
Paul, again, Paul.
4 in a row.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars getting 1.5 at home. The starting quarterback of the other team has a broken leg. I don't care if it's a hairline. The guy has a hairline fracture in his fibula, and he's starting in the game. And Jacksonville is home, and Jacksonville is kind of flying right now. Yeah. So it's kind of a pick 'em. I think that the line is a little low because of the Colts. Maybe they think the Colts are better than they are. I think the Colts are, I don't know. I like the Jags.
Paul, I got to say, a Knicks fan betting against a guy with a broken leg really surprised me.
This is random.
I know I'm jumping sports here, but, that's one of the great moments in Knicks history.
Yeah, but what people don't realize is he limped back on, and I think he only had 2 points.
Yeah, 1 bucket.
Yeah.
Jesus, Jake, they're calling you early this week.
Jake,
Jake, pick up the phone. Honey, it's not the weekend yet. I'm working. All right, my next pick. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers getting 6 points going into. Wait, why do they both say +6? I got to feel like the Ravens are laying.
The Ravens are favored, yeah.
Yeah. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers come in there, division rivalry. They know each other. It's fat enough points for me this time of year. Everybody's banged up and whatnot. And I don't know. I feel like the Ravens win the game, and they just haven't, like a lot of teams this year, they just haven't been able to put together like a nice streak here. So I'm going to go with the Steelers.
It always seems like those two teams play close games. Just
Black and blue division, brother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
Paulie's deep in thought.
All right.
It's up board.
Yeah, I mean, dude, this Bills-Bengals game is a weird one. The line is, I
That's
think
a Thursday night spread. 5.5. You don't see that on Sunday a lot, I feel.
So far, I got one dog and I got one favorite. You know what? I'm gonna take the Miami Dolphins, dude. I'm gonna take the Miami Dolphins, a 3-point favorite against the Jets. I know the Jets won last week, but they got Tyrod Taylor, and I think Miami is kind of fighting for their coach to stay around, and they kind of figured something out. I kind of like that bet.
Paul, that's kind of like a gift, I feel.
You don't like it?
No, I love it. I love that pick. I love that pick. I feel like, the Jets won their third game. I don't think they're going to win back-to-back fucking games. And I think Jets fans are going to come in this week because they had the win last week. I think Jets fans are going to be a little excited that they're going to win. And, Paul, what happens every time Jet fans get excited?
Oof.
The rug gets ripped out from underneath them. Paul, God damn it, I like that pick. I wish you didn't take it because I wanted to take that game. So off I go into the rest of the fucking thing here. Bears Packers 6.5. I know the Packers had a big win. So did the Bears. Division rivalry. I might take all dogs this week. I'm going to take the Bears. I don't give a fuck. I mean, it gives me an excuse to watch that. One of the oldest rivalries, Paul.
Yeah,
I was going to take them. They are a very good football team. What's their record? 8-3.
Bears are 9-3. Number one seed in the NFC because the Rams lost.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're going to win the game. I'm just, I all of these games, I just feel like I like the points that I'm getting.
Okay, and for my fourth and final pick, the game that's going to make me go 4-0 this week, because that's what I'm going to do.
Of course you are, Paul.
Manifested.
I am going to take the Cleveland Browns -4 at home against the hapless, terrible Tennessee Titans. Shador Sanders is going to maybe find his way. They're at home. They're going to be excited. I don't love that it's 4. I wish it was 3, but I think that, Tennessee has been a really, really bad team, probably the worst team in the league. And I think that the Browns should beat them by 7 or 10. So those are my 4 picks.
Hey, Paul, you know what I mean? As much as you've been having a tough year, everything you say makes sense. It's just this year has made no sense. I love that pick. I love that pick. All right. So I'm staying away from both Monday night games. I hate the spreads of both of those.
There's only one, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm staying away from the Sunday night game, and I'm staying away from the Monday night game.
What was your fourth pick, Bill? I got you Steelers, Falcons, Bears.
This right here is my fourth pick. And I'm just talking because I don't see anything that's really sticking out at me. I keep going back to that Bengals-Bills game. The Bills have just been struggling. Are they just going to break out and do what everybody thought they were going to do? Or is fuck that. Joe Burrow's a cigar-smoking man. He's back. He's missed the game. I feel like this is another one where my team might not win the game. I'm taking all dogs this week, Paul. I'm a dog guy. I respect cats, but I like dogs. I'm taking Joe Burrow and the Bengals, getting 5.5. And I'm also inviting Joe Burrow to smoke a cigar with me and Paul Verzi anytime he wants. We smoke the best stuff out there. Somebody just gave me some real Cubans. So if we're ever in there, Paul, if we're ever in Cincinnati.
Smoking a stick with Burrow. I love that kid.
Gotta love it. All right.
Kid, I love that kid.
I love that we think he has the time to smoke with us, Paul. That's how good we're feeling this week about our picks. We just invited an NFL quarterback.
What if you show up and he smokes the cigar terrible, he ashes it, he does everything wrong, he's a terrible conversation?
No, because I've seen him.
Yeah, no, we've
See
seen
the
the
way he
form.
handles it. I'm like, this guy.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's an old soul, I think. He's great.
Yeah. I love it.
All right, well,
All right, Paulie.
those are our 4 picks each. And now it is time for the Monday night special, which is Eagles-Chargers. Bill, you know what time it is.
Oh, let that Monday night special win some money for you. We haven't won since the first 2 weeks. So this is what we're gonna do. Win some money for you. Come on,
Nice.
dude. We gotta do something here. We keep hitting like 2 out of 3 on our things. We've been there, but these you gotta admit, BetMGM, they're in business to make money, and God damn it, they've been kicking our ass here. We're 2-11, Paul. We're on the hot seat here. Let's say we get a win. Eagles-Chargers, Paul. You got a guy with the fractured non-throwing hand. The fucking Eagles, they keep tripping over their shoelaces this year.
Mm-hmm.
They're in Los Angeles. There's a lot of hot pussy out there. They're leaving Philly. There's a lot of good-looking women in Philly too. Let's not lie here. Okay, a little more attitude.
Yeah, it's not LA though.
Huh?
It's not
It is
LA.
in LA.
You know?
LA is like the Lakers.
That's
All
right.
that shit's from somewhere else. they got free agent pussy out here, Paul.
Jake, this is your team here. What are we doing? Is his hand a problem or what's going on?
It could definitely be a problem. The big worry I have is the offensive line going up against the Eagles' defensive line. That's the key matchup to watch. Will Herbert have time to throw? That's going to be the big question.
Well, why don't you answer the question there, Jake? How do you feel about your offensive line?
Jake likes the Eagles.
I don't know. The Eagles' offense has not been good, but they'll probably do something against us. I don't know. It's a tough call. I think our O-line is very bad and their D-line is very good. So that's my worry going into this game, I'll say.
So, Jake, if you hated the Chargers, you would not. If you didn't like the Chargers, you would not like them in this game, right?
That's true. I'd probably be like, "Oh, Herbert has a broken hand. Their O-line stinks.
Okay.
Let's take the -3."
That's why Jake is the best at what he does. He's honest. He's not biased. He's telling you the truth. He knows.
Yeah.
All right, this is what I don't like, Paul. If the Chargers have a bad offensive line and their quarterback has a broken non-throwing hand and the Eagles have a good defensive line and then the number's only 3, I feel like they want us to jump on that, Paul.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Get on that fucking hook.
Yeah, I think all of America is going to be thinking like what I just said. They're going to be all over the Eagles.
Paul, every once in a while, Paul, you got to walk away from the groove. You got to be a maverick.
The Eagles are struggling.
That's very true. Their offenses look really weird.
Where's Vegas making their money here, Paul? Everyone's taking the Eagles.
It's true.
Follow the money. Let's go. Let's go Herbert and the Chargers, dude.
All right, let's go Herbert and the Chargers. You want to go money line? You want to just what do you want to do here?
I would personally take the 3.
I think we should take the 3 points.
Dude, I am an idiot. Let's go money line rather than taking 3 points. I hope that didn't go by any of our listeners. I'm sure you didn't.
90% of the money line is on Philly.
Okay, yeah, I was curious what the public money was going to be.
Money line's 90%, the 2.5, 66%.
That's not bad.
Over under.
Everyone's going to be on the under, whatever that is.
You know what? This game.
You actually bet the Chargers take the points and bet the money line.
It's on the over, Jake. Jake, it's on the over. 75% of the money.
Dude, I bet you Herbert has a good game, dude. I bet you Herbert has a good game. If they're throwing him out there,
he's a dog.
He is a dog, and he can make any throw on the field. Let's do Chargers with the 3, Herbert to throw 1, and then
we need something magical, man. We need 4 people working on this, Paul. We got to hit one of this. We got to do it, Paul. We got to do it for the people.
And a field goal over 50.
That's very possible. With Chargers have a great kicker.
I don't know. Andrew doesn't like it. He's got
to win one.
Bill
came out with the speech. We got to win one. I think there's bad. I take an interception. I would take each guy to take an interception over picking.
I don't know. I don't think both guys turned it over. Well, Herbert has turned it over a little bit this week.
Herbert, at least Herbert. Yeah.
Hurts doesn't really turn it over that much.
No, he doesn't. No.
I don't like that one as much.
But
all right. So what? Keenan Allen to catch one.
I would look at the Chargers running back if we're taking a Chargers player. There's a lot of people on the Eagles we could take as well. to score.
Oh, Saquon, right?
They got Saquon. They got Hurts. A.J. Brown's great. I would look at either Hampton or McConkey.
I go A.J. Brown, Paul. I just feel like Saquon's the obvious. Let's just go against the grain.
I like that.
Okay. A.J. Brown, Justin Herbert, and Chargers. There it is.
I'm into
There
it.
it is. Hey, Paul.
Guys, don't forget, guys, if you want to play with us, have a good time, all you got to do is go to your device and download the BetMGM app and use our code. It's Burr, very simple, B-U-R-R, and you put in as little as $10 for your first bet. And after that bet is settled, if you lose that bet, you'll get $1,500 in bonus bets to play. As we always say, bet responsibly. And we have the first touchdown promo bet, which is a fun one. You pick any player in any NFL game to get the first touchdown of the game, and you win. If they don't, but in fact get the second touchdown, you get your cash back. It's very simple. Bet responsibly. Have a good time. It's been a weird year. Oh, does anybody know that but me? But anyway, there you go. This is week 14. Enjoy. And, go to paulverzi.com. See me on the road. Go to Bill's thing. See him on the road. Go see Jake on, Rodeo Drive with his honeys around him. And, the Greek freak is doing his thing. We will see you guys next week.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Take care. Great seeing you.